All right, is that enough time? I think that's enough time because it's about that time. How we doing? How we doing, everybody? So, the Embee Cabaret Theater, huh? This is... I wouldn't call it an older style of content that I make, but this is the show that I have forgotten to update in 3 months. I think it's been 3 months. And it is where you guys send me videos, and I go through a backlog of, nowadays, I have time limited myself to no more than 3 hours, averaging at about 2 hours 30. So, how do we do this? I've seen other streamers do something where they, like, put a Twitter thing up and they have submissions, or, like, on Reddit or whatever. We go straight through Discord, which I'm going to put in chat right now. If you want to submit things, note that there is a bit of a backlog. The moderators are going to look at everything before I do. It's usually pitches. And they will see if it is stream safe. We're basically trying to avoid straight up racism, shock videos, anything that's a bit too lewd or like has a dick on screen, because Twitch doesn't like that. Pretty much anything that's just within TOS. And anything, we want to keep videos under 30 minutes, averaging around no more than 20. Is it the video submission channel? It is. Video submissions are for Embee Cabaret Theater. It is how we do everything. It is so that it's like, do you want me to see something really cool? Have you wanted me to watch a video for like weeks? And I'm like, I'll get to it. I want to side skirt my personal priorities. Fuck it, have me do it for work. Making sure, and do not worry about like flooding the channel. We can always use more backlog. Worst case scenario, the video will be denied. There is no lower limit to how long a video can be, but the upper limit is 30 minutes. We want about 20 at most, so that we're not watching anything too terribly long to where I'm like either brain fried or bored. I might make like an exception here or there, but they might be videos that I weave in because I think it might be fun. Yeah, basically, hold me at gunpoint, tell me to watch the fucking video, and if it's approved, to buy the mods. If it's in the next stream, it'll be in the next stream. I update the playlist weekly and organize it. Are YouTube Shorts allowed? Yes, because I finally put a Firefox extension in. Where I can view YouTube Shorts as if they are normal-ass YouTube videos. Also, this stream will be a double feature. We will be doing the Embee Cabaret Theater. We have a playlist of 32 videos, and when we run out of those, I like this stream being a bit shorter, but I want to still have a normal-sized stream, so we could start off one of the new LPs of the week, Spec Ops: The Line. What extension is it? Remind me in stream context to talk about it, because I don't remember at this exact moment. I actually know. Let me manage extensions. I actually don't know what it does. I think it actually might just be called Enhancer for YouTube, which adds things like the old loop function, bunch of cool shit. But in your options, you can also add themes to YouTube. Like I'll show it off. Like, fuck it, I can show it off right here. Like right here, you can see like the colors are extremely different. The loop function is there by default. Yes, but it's way more accessible. You just right click the video. Yeah, but you don't need to do that anymore. Let me just shut the music down. Okay. Yeah, I can show you all the actual like UI that it adds to the very bottom. It it adds a loop, a reverse playlist, boost to volume, toggle info card end screen visibility, cinema mode, expand, pop-up player, a play speed thing, video filters, screenshot, keyboard shortcuts, and even more options, which is all this shit. Oh, convert shorts. That's what you're looking for. And it converts a short into a normal ass video. Looks scary. It's super useful. Either way, let's get started. How is volume right now? I love this video.
Mark.
Mark. Oh, yeah, check you are. Well, you're drunk.
Yes, you are.
You are? I am not fucking drunk.
Can you tell the time?
Yes.
I am
Trying
not
out fucking drunk.
I
I love that video so much. We also try to put subtitles up.
The bit about the camera seemed pretty simple. The GoPro on top of the trash can. It got knocked away at some point.
We try to keep subtitles up for the video, as well as my own dialogue.
And then dropped it in a pond. And obviously, I was able to recover it because the footage from that camera is in the video. Yeah, okay, that's not what actually
Mom said it's my turn to eat Bedlam bites. No!
Because the reality was a bit more complicated and
You don't want
wasn't relevant
ash
to
in
the
your
main plot,
mouth.
So we simplified it. There were actually 2 GoPros.
There were
The
2
first was
GoPros.
on
I
the
also
trash
love
can.
this
It really
video.
did get knocked
It also
off.
doesn't really
It was
matter
recorded
if
for about
I
30
have already
minutes before
seen the
opening
video
English.
in my own personal
Honestly,
time. If
far
it's in the
longer than I
playlist,
thought
it's
it
in the
would because it was
playlist.
in a big protective case
Oh,
in direct
this is
summer
actually important to say. Not that I'm going to do it to a Tom Scott video, because the man's brilliant. I also, as of this stream, am implementing a rule where if a video's not vibing with me, if I'm like, ow, fuck this, because like something rubs me the wrong way or I want to get the fuck out of there, I can just skip streams. And now you may ask, oh, here's another thing this program lets you do. It lets you move the subtitles, which I really like. Can we send YouTube links? Not in chat, only in the Discord, and only in video submissions. The moderators will look it up and or will look at it and then approve it or not, so that videos remain a surprise to me. Double check that, like, I'm not gonna say I'll fuck you to anyone's suggestion, but double check if a video's already been submitted. But yeah, I just want to say, you might be like, oh, how many times are you allowed to skip videos? I'm not going to give myself a limit, but I am going to just limit myself personally, where I'm like, I'm just going to promise to y'all not to do it too terribly much, because that would be a dick move. I'll have to keep that plugin in mind for Firefox. It looks neat. I think it's a Chrome extension too.
And once the bears had gone back into their den, I just
How's audio, by the way? Anywho, I'm gonna lurk. Take care, Moira.
Was inside the trash can.
Oh, also, thank you to Cyclex for the follow. Welcome to the Cabaret. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Chewed on and dropped in the pond.
Sorry, I'm a little high.
Unrecoverable, that it has been crushed, and besides, that pond is filled with debris from the bears, so it couldn't easily be found, even if we could somehow dredge the pond. But the team at the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center did find it just a couple of days ago.
Fucking how, Tom Scott? How?
Scheduled cleaning. I was back in Europe by this point, but they posted it to a friend of mine, Karen, from the channel Karen Puzzles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jigsaw puzzling. It's a really good channel. While the big protective case had been broken, it was a write-off.
I don't know what kind of content you make about puzzles.
The memory card on it.
I'm kind of curious now.
There's so much incredible footage that it really does deserve its own video, and this is that video. To start off, there's this shot of Randy filling up the trash can,
right?
Which honestly feels a bit sinister from that point of view. Like
it does actually.
Sees vibes there.
It does. That's horrifying. Thank you, Tom Scott.
Pulls it on its side and starts what they call CPR behavior to try and crack it open.
Oh fuck! This is terrifying to someone.
The bear's going to turn the can over again now, so keep an eye out for the shadow of the claws that looks
Holy
like something out of a
shit. Yeah. Oh my god. Am I allowed to say that that's
The
fucking
sticky pad
cool?
that's holding the GoPro in place is somehow still working as the bear rips the can open.
Oh,
It won't hold for
Jesus, fuck.
Just going to give you a slow motion shot of those claws. This is not a cute and cuddly creature. This is
Yeah.
a wild animal that can tear you apart.
Woo!
That's not a metaphor. Literally, a bear can
Holy
tear a person
shit.
apart. Do I need to say don't try this in the wild? Like, that's the whole message of the first video. Don't try to get footage like this. Do not risk
Oh,
making
yeah,
a
no,
wild bear
no,
even
no, no,
slightly
no,
more
no.
used to humans. Okay, this continues for quite a while as the bear keeps rotating the can, so I'm going to
That's
skip
so
forward.
impressive,
The sticky pad
though.
finally fails, so the camera rolls around and gets covered in peanut butter and honey.
I was
which
wondering
will
if
be
that was peanut
important
butter on the
shortly.
side because I didn't see him put it
For a
there.
while, the camera's not looking anywhere useful, and then about 10 minutes later, the bear finally gets the can all the way open and gets its food reward.
Holy shit. I mean, it's scary to watch that, but look, he's so fucking
Eventually, the
cute.
bear spots that the camera has some peanut butter and honey on it, and so...
Like, that's a big ass brown bear. If it's brown, lie down though. Yeah, brown bears are like way cuter than grizzlies in my head, but like,
Now, the bear's not stupid. It's not going to eat a lump of plastic.
But,
the
like,
camera.
they
The
are
worst
way
case I can think of
scarier.
would be if it chomped down and punctured the camera battery. But even then, it would just spit it out. No one at the centre was worried about the bears.
they don't give a shit about
Anyway,
those
after
bears.
that, the
Fuck
camera
those
finally
bears.
overheats and turns itself off. Job done. A few minutes later, the bear carries it off to play with it in the pond. Now, I knew the camera had
Aww.
overheated, which is why I said this. Sadly, definitely not recording anymore. But I was using the GoPro app on my phone, trying to turn the camera back on, and it kept showing weird error messages. So that's why I figured it had been crushed or otherwise damaged somehow.
Oh my
and
god.
It was a write-off.
It's just such a cute
Well, It
bear.
wasn't. It was fine. The protective case had held. A few
What the
minutes after it
fuck
got
do you
dropped into the
mean?
pond,
Yo,
something
what?
hit the shutter button, and the camera had cooled down enough that it turned back on and recorded half an hour of murky water and bubbles.
That's so
before
cool
finally running out
though.
of battery.
That's so cool.
That's not the last file on the memory card, because if you let the camera rest for a while, it might have just enough
Yeah,
battery
yeah, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
couple minutes more.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh, he picked it up. It's his new friend.
And that is the selfie. It's very close up and it's accidental, but that is a selfie.
Black
Here's a
fight
slow
back,
motion
brown
replay
play
of that
dead,
one
polar you're dead,
horrible
Kodiak
shot of
Y.
the-
Yup. That's a cool shot
Here's the
though.
timestamps on the
That's
video.
such a
That's
good
5
shot.
hours later, checking against the centre schedule, that means it's probably the same bear. Remembering the camera in the bottom of the pond, picking it out, playing with it for a while, and somehow
But
managing
did
to
it
push the shutter
know
button
to
and then
like?
dropping it back in the
Did it
pond.
know where it was, or did it just kind of be like, "Yo, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it?" Like you're trying to find like a wrench when you need one, and then you find like 10 Allen keys, and
then,
you're like, "Nope,
4 hours
nope,
after that,
nope, nope."
One more file on the memory card.
What
no
the
idea which
fuck?
bear that is, just a few seconds of footage of claws and the protective case coming off with the last gasp of the battery, which is probably where the camera actually
Oh
got broken.
god.
And I've realised something.
Uh-huh.
Those final shots, just the last 2 video files
Motherfucker
from in
did
the
steal
pond,
it.
That footage was entirely created by bears, accidentally. I
Yeah,
didn't set up the
that's
camera, I didn't start
awesome.
rolling, I had 0 input into that footage, and so I'm pretty sure that for just those specific
These
shots,
might be
just that
some of the
final bit in the
first
pond,
two of
no,
like this
copyright
sort
over
of
that.
thing.
That's public domain. The bear made that on its own.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating. I think I could probably make a lot of money licensing that, but instead I've uploaded the raw files to the Internet Archive. The link is
Because
in the
he's a
description.
good guy.
And if you do
Because
use
he's a
that for your own
good
work,
guy.
It'd be nice if you'd make a donation to the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Centre, because
Absolutely,
They've got bears.
absolutely.
And as for the GoPro, the screen is a bit cracked. It
We
needed
love
drying
Tom
out,
Scott.
but
I'm really glad
it's
that
a
he's like, yeah, no, this might become a hobby for me, but I'm on to greener
You wanted
pastures.
something more practical,
Yeah, this is where I say like shorter videos. I don't care. I don't mind.
Practicality comes in
Because it
many
made forms.
But if you
I
wanna
love
start
World
off on the right
Tour.
foot in this
World Tour's so fun.
hit the
To the streets. Yeah.
Brutal Foods.
It's been a while
My name
since
is
I
Jeffy
watched
in
Brutal
Foods,
Moose.
But today you can just call me Mr. Chips.
Okay,
I'm
Mr.
live
Chips.
On site for
Uh-huh.
the Essential Guide to Chips, a
Okay.
culturally sensitive Korean chips guide edition.
Okay, good for
North
you. I'm
Korea,
being
South
culturally
Korea,
sensitive.
East Korea, West
East Korea? Oh,
We're
what?
gonna hit all the classics, and while we're there, we're gonna eat mad chips.
Where's
and we're gonna
Anor, Korea?
rage in the streets and yell Pringle.
Okay.
Here I am in some place in
I don't-
Korea. It's pretty
Someplace?
nice. I'm here
He's
to
in
check
some
out the
place?
local crunchy snack scene. Well, hello, little one.
What?
Do you have a favorite snack we could all try?
That is certainly a floating child. This is horrific. That geography map caught you off guard. Oh dear. I'm not Korean and it caught me off guard.
Boasts 7 different veggies.
I'd eat
all
the fuck
slow
out of that.
cooked Into one
Those look like
delicious
kale chips.
fry-shaped chipped.
Yeah.
Carrot, bell pepper,
Yes.
pumpkin,
Okay.
tomato.
I got some
onion,
feelings on
and
pumpkins.
Red beet. But
Red
can you
beet.
actually taste
That might
the
actually be
vegetables?
really good.
Why, yes.
Huh.
Well, kind of. Maybe.
You're putting them in your mouth,
Actually,
so
not
like,
really.
you know.
These veggie
Oh.
bites are similar to the veggie straws.
Yeah, I
if you're
love those
familiar.
things.
They're crunchy.
Oh,
and mostly
get
just
a big
taste
ass
of
bag of those and just
salt,
crunch
but
on 'em.
Also have sort of a salty
Wait,
flavor to them.
what are we waiting
They're
on?
Also weirdly smooth.
Is that
on
a
the
Vegebites?
outside,
Yes.
Which is a little spooky. And even though they're sold as a wheat snack, they really taste of potato. As
Huh.
for the flavor of the veggies that are trapped within, I have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I can actually taste a carrot in there. But
Carrot's pretty
other
strong,
times
same
I
with
think
red
I'm
beet.
just making that up because I'm thinking
Well,
too hard
we can
about
also
it,
definitely see the
and
red
other
beet
times
in
I'm
it.
asleep. It's mostly just salt. They should be called salt bites. But
Mm-hmm.
they are
It's slowly
very
shape-shifting
crunchy
inside
at
the door.
least,
Howdy,
and
day,
you
all right.
get a lot
I've
of
been
chips
working
in
hard in the
bag,
thumbnail
which
lines.
is a nice
It's just
feature.
potatoes.
And honestly, the quality
It's a
and crunch alone,
it's a good fucking use of potato
I'll
though.
give these a B
Aww.
minus. They're good, not great.
It's be good.
And as always with these chip videos, I have a third party reviewing
Potato good,
these
potato
flavors
good.
with me as well. The Brutalmoose Bureau of Taste. And as for this chip, well, they agree with me, which they should do, because it's my opinion, and I know that I'm right. Chiz curls.
Chiz
Just
curls.
Look at this happy Korean child.
That
on
is
the
a
front of
happy
this chip
child.
bag. Also,
They're best eaten with
check out
ketchup
this
or
fun
condiments.
and
Ranch.
Serious cancer warning on the back that I'm just now
I-
noticing. That's probably not a good sign. If this font didn't immediately give it away, I actually
Oh,
think that cheese
God.
balls are an Indonesian snack, but they are sold at H-Mart, which is where Korea lives and is also
It's
where
the
I got
home of
these
Korea.
chips.
That's what it
So I have to
means.
imagine that the people
Fucking
in
hate
Korea
chest
are
curls.
just crazy
We'll
about
see.
cheese curls.
We'll see.
I'm Carl, and welcome to my cheese world. Let's ride the cheese swing.
This is a
and go
fucking
down the
nightmare.
cheese slide while we munch on
This is a
Jack and
fucking
Jill
nightmare.
Jizz Curls.
I thought he said
Just keep
jizz
on
curls. I
snacking
thought he
Jack
called
and
jizz
Jill
curls.
Curls.
No,
More
stop saying it
cheesy
like that.
adventures.
What'd you miss? Like 3 videos. One
It's
of the
like a
Tom Scott
packing
ones,
heat.
2 of the
It's got
meme
that
ones. Then we started the
squishy
Brutal Moose video.
styrofoam texture that you'll probably be familiar with if you eat a lot of these.
I do.
Flavor-wise, it's kind of like
Sometimes
nothing.
can't get
I don't really
fiberglass, so,
taste
you know.
the chiz.
I love how
I also
awful
don't
his green
really
screen
taste
is.
Anything else.
It's great.
Honestly,
I love
these
his
are
editing
so bad that
style.
I'm wondering if I just got a bad batch or something.
Does chips
Either
get
these
under
are
your nails?
stale
Oh, I hate
and
that.
Better when you get a fresh bag, or Chiz Girls are completely terrible. Either way,
I didn't realize he was reversing the
Yeah, fuck this
footage.
kid. And,
Fuck this
his
kid!
magic cheese
Fuck
slide,
this
too.
kid! His magic
While
cheese
we're
slide can
hanging
go
out
to hell!
here in,
I'm sending it to Abu Dhabi.
Boys Chiz World, let's check out roller coaster potato wings. Rings. Because these
Okay.
are also a Jack and Jill offering.
Okay, okay.
I'm
Oh
not
shit,
sure
we on a
why,
roller
but I find
coaster.
the cylindrical shape of these chips
Charming.
unsettling.
I think
They
they're
don't even
charming.
fit on my fingers. Maybe if I had
Fucking
the
knew he'd
fingers of
hate
a
it
child
too.
and
Yeah, yeah,
these
yeah.
wings fit neatly
You're getting
upon them,
overstimmed
I'd
if you
find them a
if
little
you
more
responded. I didn't hear it.
aesthetically pleasing, but
Oh,
as
we
it
watched 2
stands,
meme videos, one of the Tom Scott ones,
weird.
and we're on the Brutal
Once again,
Foods.
I'm left wanting when it comes to taste. This is just not a very strongly flavored chip. I suppose it is a touch nacho cheesy if I do have to define what that whisper of flavor sounds like.
That sounds
But it's
kind of
barely
good,
there,
actually.
barely there.
This
Mostly
man's
it's just
good. He
crunchy.
is.
We give these chips a C. Worst roller coaster ever.
Oh dear.
My poked. Potato chips for myself. too good to share with a friend. My poke will bring you a smile to make your day.
It is making me
These
smile.
chips are filled with premium white truffle.
White truffle.
Kind of like a scam.
That actually sounds good, though.
Texture-wise, they remind me a lot of a traditional Lay's chip, but
Ooh, it's kind of wispy.
Like a toilet, they are stinky. They are smelly.
They're truffles,
in a way
yeah.
that I quite like. I found it extra fun to double up the
I didn't
chips
like
and
that.
eat them
I didn't
both
like
at the
that.
same time. They really get extra stinky and oily that way, like when you stack a toilet upon another
Texas
toilet.
barbecue Pringles.
Really though, I love the taste
Good
of
call,
truffle,
good call.
and I feel like these chips
Howdy, and
are
dairy.
everything a white truffle
They are
chip
truffles.
should be.
Yeah.
Really, they remind me of a tasty truffle fry, only much more light and much more crispy.
That's
They don't even have a
dangerous,
strong
dude.
aftertaste, which
That's
is
fucking
something
dangerous.
You might expect from a truffle
Never
chip.
microwave that.
These chips get
No.
an easy A+
What are truffles
from me,
exactly? They're
and
they're a
bullshit
mushroom.
A from the Taste Bureau. Proving
Just eat
once
stroopwafels.
again that hearing
Stroopwafels
others'
pretty good.
opinions is a great idea, except
Make
for when they
microwave
differ
smell
from
bad
mine.
for so
Kirby
long. I
Puffs,
believe that.
Corn puff snack. This bag
Okay.
almost looks
Oh,
fake to me.
you could
It
make
looks
that into
like
a beat.
It belongs on the set of some Disney Channel show or something.
Oh,
Right
God,
out of
it
the
does look
bag,
like
though,
like
these corn
Greek
puffs
truffles.
begin to impress.
BRB,
They
take your
are
time.
Quite fragrant with a pleasing cheese smell, and they also look like shrimp, which is cool, I guess. Texture-wise, it's similar to Pirate's Booty chip, except without all those.
I don't know how to
crunchy
pronounce
little
that, but it
bits.
sounds
It's very
good.
Soft corn.
He's reviewing as
puff,
many of these as he can
softer than
find,
a
though.
Cheeto. It's also massive. Like, I'm not sure if a huge puffs are a good idea or not.
I don't
I
know.
like them, but I also kind of don't like them. The good news is that they do seem to
I've
quickly
had so
dissolve
many
in your
foods where
mouth,
I'm
so
like,
you won't be
I like
stuffed
them, but I
to
don't know
the
if I
brim
like them.
for long.
There's one
They are
chocolate
very fun
mushroom
to
your mom
eat,
got from an Asian
and
market
I
in a lower
munched
area for
quite
you
a
that
few
were
of
really
them.
good.
They didn't have
That
any
does sound
aftertaste
good.
either. Blah 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 blah.
I went to an Asian market yesterday and found
and the
a.
Bureau of Taste counters with a B+.
It was like a sparkling
Okay, now
water
it's
with
time
like
for
actual fruit
Leslie's
flavoring in
Clover
it,
Chips,
and it was in like a
ham
clear
and
plastic
cheese
can.
Corn snacks.
Kind of tried to
just
replicate
the
other
name of
chips,
the
but
chip
they only did it
alone makes you
subpar.
go,
Sounds about
oh
right.
Boy, I want to eat that. I have no idea why these chips are called Clover chips, but they sound.
I
They
don't know
sound
how to say
probably
this,
the
but the way he
nastiest
opens
sounding
these
chips I've ever
upsets
picked. I bought
me.
them just because they looked so bizarre, honestly.
They're kinda
They claim
cute.
to be unique.
They're like scoops.
Yummy and flavorful, as well as deliciously addictive.
Uh-huh.
Best shared with friends.
We put the fentanyl in the
Despite how
chips.
against the idea that these chips
Get the
I was
sales
from the
up.
beginning, they're actually not
Well,
so
ask
bad.
her when
They taste a
tax
lot like a
refund
regular
goes in
corn
to get
chip
one before the
with
Asian
some
market.
added zip
Am I gonna
to
poop
it,
since he did
much
want to
like
check on
a
you before
chili
he did a
cheese
thing?
Frito,
These
but
have made me
without all
hungry
that
as heck
pesky
too. Oh yeah.
flavor.
Because he
It's
cuts
mild.
it to,
The
on the
flavor
side.
isn't
Yeah, I don't like that
very
he tears it
strong,
from the
and at
side.
the
You
same
should
time,
be
I find it to
opening it
be
like it,
very subtle.
like
And if we're
you
being
should be
honest,
opening the two
not
sides
that
of the
good,
top.
Really.
You know?
The smell is off-putting for sure. It smells a lot like chili cheese Play-Doh to me.
Let's try potato run
They're also
rides
extremely
away. Have good
powdery, so be
rides.
sure to
Stay
bring a
safe out
napkin
there.
or
Watch out for
something
deer.
like that if you do choose to indulge. But at the end of the day, I think I just dislike the idea of a ham chip. I was never going to give it a fair chance.
Fair enough.
I'm always going to judge it.
It might be a
for
harder
being
pork
a ham
rind.
chip. D+.
To be fair, it is ham and cheese.
Lay's
But I don't
salted
think the
egg.
corn
This
chip
might have been
texture
the
is going to make that
only
feel
Lay's chip
good.
that I saw in the entire H Mart. Either that, or I wasn't paying enough attention.
Why
which
is he doing it like
does
this? Is it
happen
on
most of the
purpose?
time. Either way, I had to try it because
It's
the
scary.
bag
It's like
looks
watching a
freaking
fucking,
slick. That's a badass
praying
looking
mantis
Lay's
eat.
logo in what I can only assume is
the video desync from the
Korean.
audio?
These, surprisingly
Okay.
enough, actually do
Okay. So, Poodle Moose does this thing in these videos where, like, he'll talk into a microphone while he records over a green screen, but he's dubbing over it. It's fucked up and evil. But he's doing it because he has a clear microphone at his recording area, I think. which I didn't remember that's what he does until there was the second where like his mouth flaps are moving and making words, but he's going blah blah blah, whatever the fuck I just said, fucking nightmare. Yeah, he makes weird ass videos.
Taste a lot like a salted egg. Egg yolk specifically. The egg yolk is the most flavorful and popular part of the egg, so naturally I prefer egg whites. And
3-0 for
really
the side. Some
chips.
shitbags he
It really
discussed are
does
usually filled to the brim
similar
with
to
air
a
so that no one can
ramen
determine how
egg,
much is inside.
but it's
They
just
make it
way
hard to
too
open from the
rich,
top, so the
you know?
side's the only
It's
option.
just
Scissors.
Too much flavor for a single tiny chip, which is the
I'm not gonna
opposite
complain
problem
about
I've
too
been
much
having with
flavor.
most of these today. It's a
So
fun
they're meant to be
taste
open on the
experiment,
side?
though.
No, just cut the
Definitely
top.
recommended on that front. But I'm gonna go with a C+ for these.
I kind of want to
eggy
try
chips.
them though.
Pretty good, just
You know? Yeah. But I kind of want to try them. Yeah. Destroy the financial district, Brutal Moose. It's what the people want.
Hard-hitting chips, though, will get ready because the next 3 chips are gonna be totally chips.
Lay's, yeah, recommend it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it anyways. Just to spite you at this point.
Honey butter chips with real honey. Once again, I initially just assumed that this chip bag was overpromising with its
might be
claim
delicious.
of French gourmet butter.
Gourmet.
Though I did appreciate
Gourmet.
the guarantee that it was made of potato 100%.
Well, you got me there. That's not deceptive.
Now they're
100% real potatoes hard to get nowadays.
I really expected a chip that was too sweet to eat too very
Yeah, this
many
one
of.
sounds
A dessert
really
chip,
fucking
if
good.
You will, but the flavors of this chip are expertly balanced. Slightly salty.
It's really good.
faintly
I'll have to
sweet,
get some.
And a tad bit buttery. I found these chips to be unbelievably A+.
Okay.
I feel
Okay.
like these could honestly be a
Congrats.
must try.
Congrats.
I'll be looking for them everywhere
It's a
I
honey
go,
butter chip.
and I'll be getting visibly upset if I don't find them. Okay, now we got Oishi potato fries.
Ooh,
Baked,
those actually sound pretty
not fried.
good.
Well,
Those sound
that's
pretty damn
not
good.
Quite a fry at all, is it? These are some big honking potato fries, man. About
I love
twice
potato
the
fries.
thickness that I was expecting, but I'm never one to shy away from a challenge. They're similar in texture to an Andy
Yeah, I
fry
love
or a
handicaps.
hot fry, stiff. Crunchy,
Yeah, I love
almost like
those
a
things.
dehydrated
That was when we were in poverty. That was a
or
chip I could
something.
afford for me
Except
because it was like
these
$1 for this
baked
big ass
fries
pack of
taste
them.
Tomato and salt. It's sweet and a little tangy, almost like a super.
Give me 2
mild
seconds, my door got
barbecue.
opened.
But
'Cause
still
Yuffie wanted
mostly
to
just
say
taste of
hi.
tomato. It's like a big, crunchy, long tomato. What's crazy about
Eh.
these is that they just kind of vanish. Like you take a bite, it's almost like it transforms into a tomato soup in your mouth of sorts.
Ooh.
Worth noting that there aren't a lot of chips
Okay,
in a
okay.
single bag.
Yuffie,
but maybe
they say
that's for
hi.
the best because you'll probably end up
She's asleep.
eating them all. B+.
She's already resting.
Turtle chips, churro, choco, churros.
This
And now it's
might
time for the
be
chips that
really
started it all,
good.
man. I spotted these on just a casual trip.
These might be
to H-Mart,
delicious.
And before I knew it,
Hang on.
I had an entire
Let 'em
stack of
cook.
chips to review. So thank you, churro chip. I mean, how does one even pass up on the allure of a choco churro chip? It
Right?
looks exactly like a churro, man. Turtle chips are characterized by rich
Holy
texture
shit.
and double flavor because they create the feeling of eating several chips with only one bite. I'm sold, man. I'm
Yeah,
sold.
yeah.
Unlike the honey chips, there's absolutely no subtlety with the sweetness here. This is straight up a dessert chip experience. They're
Are the
light and
subtitles not
airy,
on?
almost
Okay, the
like a
subtitles weren't on for some
cereal
reason.
of
I'm
some
sorry.
sort, yet they are surprisingly sweet and super chocolatey. Despite all odds, these chips do really taste like lightweight churros that have been dipped and coated in a very fine layer of chocolate. Surprisingly, they aren't even that messy. I think that's because
Sorry, I'm
the
just letting him
chocolate
cook on
seals
this.
in
This sounds
all that cinnamon
delicious.
sugar goodness. This is
Yeah.
another A+
Yeah.
must-taste chip. If you are a churro fan, I
I
think you
did
owe it to
not.
yourself
I do
to
not
give
care
them a
and did
try.
not ask.
Turtle chips, man. By the way, this video was sponsored by HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Hello,
Okay.
everybody. It's me. Hello to
I'll-
Kiss Freshly.
I'll
I'm
watch
an
your
inventor
sponsor because
now,
I don't have a
piloting
sponsor
my
right
latest
now, so I don't
creation,
have to skip
the
your
Fresh
sponsor.
Mech.
Which this guy actually makes
HelloFresh
good
is a meal
sponsored
kit delivery
videos.
Service, then the
Okay.
Fresh Mech is a HelloFresh advertising robot. With a push of a
Sure.
button, the Fresh Mech completes the brand deal for me by repeating the required talking points.
God, I
like
wish I could
so.
do that.
HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients cut down on your food waste by at least 33% compared to grocery shopping.
Isn't it neat? The other day, I found myself in a scary alleyway
That's
surrounded
Metal
by
Gear.
two
It
very
is. A
buff,
Hello
very
Gear. Oh
handsome
my
looking
God.
individuals, but thanks to the Fresh Mech,
Spend less time in the kitchen with HelloFresh's quick and easy meals, ready in around 15 minutes.
I love how he makes it horrifying. It
It's
should
an
be.
advertisement. Run!
and not only is it a relaxing way to cruise the countryside, but
Oh,
it's also a great way to send a message.
God,
to
he's always
someone
been good
you
at editing,
love
because,
very
like,
much.
goddamn. You know what, though? You know what, Mr. Moose? I agree. I agree.
HelloFresh is not just for dinner. In fact, HelloFresh has you covered for every meal time.
Are they going to talk about the free breakfast for life? I wonder.
Seasonal celebration and festive gathering.
It's HelloFresh.com, people. It's delicious. I eat it multiple times a week myself, and if you're curious about it, I think it's worth your time
HelloFresh is pretty
to...
alright. Or at least when I ordered it.
HelloFresh.com and use code
I just thought he was going to say go to hell. I thought he was just going to say go to hell.
That's HelloFresh.com, code BrutalMoose50 for 50% off, plus your first box ships free.
What? Thank you, Brutal Moose Broadcast System. Wait, was that the rest of the video? Fuck, I was sucked into an ad because I thought it was halfway through the video. Alright, I think this one's from Iris. This is the original Breath of the Wild teaser from
Zelda game is shaping up.
Sure.
the Game Awards. I was gonna say it's not E3,
like it's
but I don't
sunset
think it was a Nintendo Direct.
So we must be looking to the west.
Right. I wanted everyone to see how beautiful this scene is with the setting sun.
Oh wow, he's climbed way up high.
Yes. Since this is such a huge world, we're making a number of high places
God damn it.
that offer great views.
So now you
That
can
is
decide
something
where
I
to
think
go
Breath of the
next.
Wild did excel in, despite me not
see
being
so
like
far.
huge on it
This
anymore.
is a good place to look around from. And if you see, say, a suspicious-looking tower in the distance, you might decide to head there.
Right.
And then you saw that flash there.
Whoa, he set a new type of beacon.
A little over 2 years
Now
before the game came
corresponding
out.
place is also marked
I
on the
feel
map.
like the game had a better art style.
Link is here now. This is the distance
I
you
like
must
how
traverse.
dark the
You can also
colors
zoom in from
are.
here, right?
You can by tapping here, and you can also zoom out.
Like the contrast looks like it's way up at
huge world.
nighttime.
We haven't even seen the whole world yet.
This must be the edge of the map. How far are we from here to the edge of the map?
Yeah, it would take a very long
Mole
time.
man, yeah. Fuck yeah, fuck
Anyway,
yeah.
Why don't we try to go to the
These
point
subtitles
that
are a
we marked on the
joy.
map? Let's go.
Whoa, a few. Good to know he had the sailcloth.
Right, it played an important role
Sailcloth?
in Skyward Sword.
Oh yeah, it was
it'll
called
be
the
a bit hard to
sailcloth
reach
in
our
Skyward
destination on foot.
Sword. Fuck, that
you
shot
have
blew
a
people's
horse.
minds when they
that's a
zoomed out.
long time
Yeah,
no see.
on the Wii U
This is
especially.
a densely wooded area.
Yet I'm hardly touching
Yeah,
the
like
control
I
stick.
miss the
You're not touching
contrast in the art
Yeah, and I
style.
won't hit any trees. Real horses don't run into trees very often.
Huh.
Well,
I
that
forgot
seems
about this
We're working
aspect.
on details like that.
And now that your hands are free,
That
you
is a
can,
solid
do a variety
detail.
of things on the horse.
Yes, you can freely change the camera angle, for example.
Like I
you
don't know
can
what it
swing a
is about
sword
the
like
darker
normal.
colors here that just hit for me.
And
Like
shoot
the
arrows.
shading is way more aggressive here.
You can take time.
And
to
I
aim
kind of
now.
dig that. It's a bit
Why don't we
It's a
go
bit
to
of a
place
middle
where
ground
we can
between
aim at
Twilight
enemies
Princess and
with
Wind
arrows?
Waker, you know?
There's insect and animal life as well. I saw apples growing here the last time.
Yeah, you can pick and eat them.
Mm-hmm.
This looks a bit suspicious. We must be near a dungeon.
You really like it more?
In
Yeah.
places like this,
The frame rate
knew it.
also just plain looks better.
Oh, and everyone there. All right. Oh, I heard a metallic sound.
That sound tells you that your arrow has hit the right spot and
Yep.
your enemy.
That's another thing I actually really do like about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is that when you get a fucking headshot, you're gonna feel it. Yeah, that's still
You can
nuts.
shoot arrows.
I see. And you're in slow motion while
Oh
jumping.
god, yeah, we must be near a dungeon.
Wow, easier
Oh,
day.
I wish we had regular ass dungeons in Breath of the
So how far away
Wild.
is our destination from here?
Yeah, well, it'll still take about 4 or 5 more minutes, I suppose.
4 or 5 minutes more. Are you sure that this will be released next year?
Yes. All of the staff members are working together and doing
Oh
their best.
dear. That aged like fucking milk.
Star Fox? You're asking me that now? No worries about Star Fox.
Oh, that's good news.
No worries about
Starbucks will
Starbucks.
arrive
They are
before
not
the
a failing
next year.
business because they are
The
evil.
way you use the
No
gamepad is really
siree.
starting to feel good.
It's the one that convinced you to buy the game on launch. Yeah,
Right, you are.
yeah.
We've made a number of adjustments to Majora's Mask, and it now feels.
I
pretty
remember
good.
hearing that Majora's Mask 3DS was pretty good.
We made it easier to play without altering the feel of the original game.
And we've worked on some places where we felt improvements were necessary.
That's right, after 10 years, no less.
I remember
taken 10 years,
really liking
but
the
3D system
Snake
is
Eater
intense.
on 3DS. That shit was
And it's so
awesome.
accessible. You could even play while chatting like this. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.
That was like a really good presentation. A little dry, but like really good. And frankly, the game looked better. All right, building your online
Throughout recorded
brand.
history, philosophers have queried, am I a person or am I a brand? Luckily, in our modern world, we no longer need to choose between these two sublime options.
He looks like a Grand Theft Auto character
Full
drawn from
coordination of
memory.
Your personhood and your branding can be challenging, and that's why I'm here.
Like he
to
looks
help
like
you turn
one
your
character from
humanity
Vice City
into
and one character from GTA 3
Hello,
in
I'm
this.
Hugh Brandity.
Okay, Hugh
Welcome to my
Brandity,
seminar
what do you got
entitled
for me?
Building your online brand.
Where are you, Bedlam? A person or a brand? A force of nature? God's favorite?
Heart's obsessed with what is best, and what's best is anything that can give you a following. Your
That's true.
brand
That's
can
true.
range from simple to obtuse.
That's
Do
all-
you
that's
bake
true.
fancy cakes, or do you rate hot mousse? It's not incorrect.
That's not a bad
if you
idea.
expect
That's
to
not a bad
always
idea.
collect Is when you stay on brand. So brand is much like a flower, in that it stinks and takes its own path. If you think you know how it will grow, then you've never tasted nature's wrath. So you
Okay.
mention a hand that you enjoy ice
True.
cream sandwiches on a hot cruise. Expect
That's your
tweets
whole
about ice cream
personality.
Sandies every time they're in the news. People saying Sandy's on sale. I love Sandy's too. Sandy's in the mail. Made some Sandy's too. There is no escaping from
goes
the ice cream
really
sandwich
hard,
game.
actually.
Everywhere I
This
go,
is a
where did it
corpo
begin? This thing
anthem.
that I know seems it has been shaping from
And
the
it's
simplest of
scary.
things. Didn't give a second thought, and the repercussions came too soon. And that's why you must contemplate building a brand by musing in a brand cocoon. Let your brandity brand
A cocoon might help.
because your hollow metabolism is
I would not say no to a cocoon. That actually sounds comfy. Maybe I'd get a full night's sleep.
Is all consuming once it's had its premiere, so get ready. You'll soon be so much more. Let's hope your branded existence is not one you abhor. Open your eyes and arise. Make a stand.
Like, this just goes hard.
and
Like,
reveal your brand.
I'm just kind of being swept away in his voice. Good for her.
I teach rodent fitness classes on Periscope now.
Oh,
Another brand.
another brand
built.
successfully built. That's how Gremcorp works, I'm pretty
I do unboxing
sure.
videos for pasta brands now. I do wholesome pranks on my
Uh-huh.
I do equine fashion reviews. I take artistic photos of myself spilling cans of beans now. I knit scarves
True.
for ferrets I respond to tweets from elected officials with pictures of my son bowling now.
People should just start doing that. It'd be fucked up. Okay?
I look good. I
You look good. Mm-hmm. You smells good.
I am good. I'm better.
You are good. You are better than that. Believe in yourself. Mm-hmm.
This next call is gonna be wonderful. I can just feel it.
She's feeling it, chat.
I'm calm.
She's calm.
Goody. Fucking genie. Kiss my ass.
Hey, dang pods.
Very angry. Look, it's my work
I would be
phone,
too.
because who would have thought running your own small
Wait, which
business
video is this?
single-handedly would be a
Oh yeah,
lot
I
of
haven't
work.
seen this
I've been
one.
self-employed for a long
It is
time,
you,
way back in my
Sue.
musician days. And let me tell you guys, if you're self-employed out there, get a
How you
work
doing,
phone.
Sue?
The hardest thing about being self-employed is like finishing work.
It's
If you're
true.
always reachable, people will try
It
and
is
reach
extremely
you. But also,
true.
This is my backup camera. You've watched videos filmed by this and never even known it. But why am I very angry? Because it's dead. It's 3 months old and it's dead. Screen, boom, it's just black. The phone's still working. You'll hear it getting notifications going ba-da-ding, ba-da-ding. I had to rush and buy a lightning to HDMI cable to hook it up to the telly.
Oh dear,
to see
I'm
what
sorry,
messages
and
are
I
on
love
it.
dang
'Cause again,
pods.
this
I
is
do
my
too,
work
but I
phone.
feel
It's
really bad because y'all
important.
keep
I try and
submitting
give
new
the
ones,
troubleshooting
and I'm
step,
like,
guys.
God damn it, I want to watch it
It's
though.
cooked, so I needed a work phone really quick. So I just rushed to the nearest JB Hi-Fi.
So like sometimes
legged
dank
it
pods
straight
just
to the
does not
cheapest phone
exist for
section,
me.
and I was delighted. It was just a beautiful wall of nuggets, and look,
Whoa,
suffice to say,
that's
I bought a
beautiful.
whole bunch of them just so we can yell at them in this episode.
Yeah.
And for $79
Oh, fuck yeah.
mate, you can still buy a Nokia that looks like this. It is a proper old school
Yeah,
Nokia.
yeah,
'cause,
yeah,
press
yeah.
start, unlock. Oh, I still
Centipede
prefer the
or
monochrome
Snake looks
version,
better
but yes,
than it used to,
has
like
Snake.
faster.
So the neato thing about this guy is it has 4G.
I get Centipede and Snake Snake mixed up.
Only thing is, this really is a dumb phone. Like, I haven't actually tried the games yet. So we've got Ninja Up and Racing
Ninja
Attack.
Up.
It's just called Traffic. All right, let's
Yeah.
try Ninja Up. Oh.
Oh fuck
doing
yeah.
it.
Oh fuck yeah, he's doing it.
I'm sorry, you need to hear this music loop.
Yeah.
They won't get old at all.
Yeah, I'll
Wow,
put it on my
they
stream
really bothered with
playlist.
that one. And like, let's try Adelaide Traffic. This
Okay.
is just traffic. Oh, the lines are making my head hurt. Hell,
Oh,
they're making it
I
look
don't
slow and
like
everything
that.
else. Yes,
I don't
it
like
has a
that.
camera on the back.
Hey, Frankie, are you being a cutie?
God, I actually really like new iPhone cameras. They're really impressive that that's in a phone now.
Slink away and hide. Frank's choosing the slink away and hide.
Frank, you idiot! This is the only one whose audio didn't work no matter what I did.
0.3 megapixels.
God.
They're still making cameras like this.
That's beautiful,
Brick Nokias
though.
like this nugget is that this guy is
That
way
phone's
less
not gonna
featured than
crack,
this guy, but
Frank.
This was built to
That
be
health bar
a
says
good phone.
otherwise.
Like, it feels
That's stranding
so
on iPhone?
satisfying to press
Fuck
the
yeah.
buttons. It's got a heft to it.
Can we
It's
get a
made of
chiptune
really nice
version of
plastic.
BB's
Not all
theme?
plastics are equal. This thing feels cheap and hollow and just oh, those noises get so annoying.
That is such
Well,
a
there's
weird
only one way to know
noise.
if it's a
That is
real
such a
Nokia,
weird
mate. Is it
fucking
the strongest
noise.
one of these?
Oh
The answer is
fuck!
no, mate.
Holy
honestly,
hell!
Like, that phone had no chance of getting my SIM card and actually being my backup work phone. But this one genuinely is a contender. You can still buy flip phones. Oh, it's got the display on the outside. That's
Oh my
great.
God.
It actually looks
I'm in
pretty
love.
Nice. This nugget was $129.
It's like a more-
bucks.
It's like a
Huge
more
buttons on it. Like, I really
modern
like it. Here's a
Nokia
vintage Nokia
Razr.
from back in the day.
Or
And look
what?
at the
No, it
screen
wasn't a
size.
Razr. I
Like,
remember I had a
it's not
Razr
another
though.
flip phone, but
You getting
it's
a
little
phone?
bit
I
more
believe
modern in
it.
that regard. Now, I thought it was going to be pretty similar to the other Nokia until I
Okay.
realized this idiot has YouTube.
No, it was a
and
Razr Z,
Wi-Fi.
I think.
It's
Wait,
got a
what?
mouse cursor. All right.
That's
How do
awesome.
I search? Can't deny that this is pretty tortured. Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, man! I get the T9 type. D-A-N-K-P.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Why did I make that 2 words? I'm an idiot. Go. Yeah, there's that horrible
Holy
channel. Yeah,
shit.
browsing on a flip phone. Oh, let's look at Make
That's
the Old Phones on a Makey
awesome.
phone. Don't watch this channel. It's terrible.
Yeah,
She's a
no,
little
I
bit
would never.
laggy. And the fact that this could do it over 4G data is hilarious. Mate, it's got
Oh
a
yeah,
headphone jack. It
oh
actually
yeah.
has features that modern flagships don't have. And look at this.
This channel
Google
that
Maps.
channel fucking sucks. It does. Wait, what?
To Adelaide. Yeah, load.
That's
No
awesome.
reviews for Adelaide. Yep, that
That's
sounds
so
about right.
fucking
Oh, I wish
cool.
this had a touchscreen. Yeah, from the middle of the ocean. Yeah, direct me there. How do I get to Adelaide from the middle of the ocean? What? I can't cycle from there? Look, it's got
Yeah, you
Facebook,
can.
WhatsApp, an
Aqua
inferior
bike.
version of Snake. I hate it.
What the fuck?
Snake. Just
That looks
right
awful.
angles. Google search. It's got Twitter pre-installed, and that's really important because there are people out there who just don't want to deal with going onto an app store. The screen quality is okay. It's what you expect. There are some games on here.
Okay.
And I haven't played them yet. Let's do it
Okay,
together.
one's by
Of course, these
GameLoft,
are all
so it might be
demos,
all
you know,
right.
They won't give you anything. Okay, it's just like 1942. The game, I think. It's the same games that have been out since like 2005.
Oh
on
my
phones.
god,
Or
it
even earlier,
lags.
probably. Real football, see? Not that hand egg business the rest
That
of the
hand egg fucking sucks.
What?
Oh, hell yeah. It's the traffic game. It's the traffic game with more lanes.
Football! How long's the pitch? Just collect all the trophies. See, this is why it doesn't catch on in the United States. This makes no sense. Did I like the game?
Yes.
I can't
Yeah.
answer no. Danger Dash. Is this the same stinking idea?
Is that just Temple Run? Is that just fucking Temple Run? It might be. I kind of hope it is. Come on, GameLoft. Yeah.
Tigers.
Yeah, it's Temple
Ooh,
Run.
Wow, this is not running good on this phone. I'm gonna be killed by the tigers. I've already been onto the store to grab a game for us, right? And
Okay.
I've saved this because I reckon this one's gonna be a ripper. I don't know if you're ready for the title of this one. Crazy eggs! It better be nuts. Like, this better be out of control. An
All
ad
right.
for Wikipedia. That's
An
a
ad for
very
Wikipedia,
sensible
that's-
ad
yeah,
for crazy
actually.
eggs. Wait. Hey! What?
Oi!
Don't tease me! Give me my crazy eggs!
God damn it.
What?
The Wikipedia app. Get it. Get it, Dang Pods.
Tutorial. Pff, like I need to know how to play crazy eggs. Okay.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa!
Oh shit. Oh shit. I think it's the one on the left.
Crazy!
Yeah!
Alright, I'm overselling it a little bit. This is not... Yes, cheap glossy back that attracts fingerprints, and of course, a camera.
Frank,
Oh, it's beautiful though. That's way better. The microphone fucking worked.
Make out a snooty booper.
A snooty
There you
booper.
go.
If you ignore the terrible games and like the YouTube and Google Maps is very, very funny. I like how it looks, and yeah, this one's in the running. But that's when I found
Okay,
another
no, I
brand.
can see that actually being useful.
Opel. This is an Aussie
Apple.
boy, and it's also 129 bucks. Features a way bigger screen here. It's not as high res. Yeah! Look at these chunkster buttons. This is specifically designed for the elderly and like hard of vision.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
this
these
is actually
buttons.
really
And look,
accessible. I like
dedicated
it.
Flashlight. That is a good idea. Yes, it has a
Yeah.
camera.
Smile, Frank. You're on the Opel.
It looks like the Windows Phone UI, except worse, but it
it's
works
even
for
harder to
that
make
target
a snooty
demographic
booper
of the
this
hard of
time.
hearing,
And an SOS button.
or the
Are
hard
you
of
ready for the
sight,
most amazing
or
bit,
the
though?
elderly.
Whoa, yeah!
Whoa!
It's a touchscreen, and
Holy
it is
shit.
surprisingly fluid.
It
So it's
looks
got
really
some simple
responsive,
apps in there that you'd
actually.
expect. Facebook, WhatsApp, you know, they're staples, but nothing else really. And if you press apps, it just gives you this garbage.
Ow.
But the browser, yeah, baby, you can browse YouTube. It's a lot crunchier and much harder
Right,
work,
right.
but it is doable. D-A-N-K-P-O-D.
He spelled it one.
Look, a
He
terrible
gave it
channel.
one.
The touchscreen
He keeps giving a lot of
really
ad revenue to
helps.
this
It
terrible
works
channel.
Okay, like almost livable. The only problem is it
I wonder
tends to
why.
just freeze and stop playing. You got to keep pressing play again, sort of thing. Oh man, if it had an actual YouTube app, and I'm sure there's people out there who could get YouTube onto this because I believe this is just a skin of Android or something. Actual
Yeah, I think it
super
would
cool
be.
accessory that comes with it. A dock, like a
Oh,
charging
shit.
cradle. That's a pretty fiddly connector if your hand.
Like I've kind of always I've always kind of wanted one for like my smartphone. Howdy, Chaz, how you doing?
And that's when I noticed for the exact same money, from the exact same company, you could get this. 129
fuck.
bucks. And it's fun because it looks like a
8
bootleg
gigabyte too.
Galaxy S2.
Holy
and then
shit.
On the back, HTC.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a crossbred dog, but like, you know, a crossbred smartphone. This is a big old screen for what you get. It's okay. Hey, it's got an actual proper YouTube app. Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a bit slow, right?
It's a bit slow, but it
little
looks a bit
slow.
faster
When
than the
looking at this
last
guide for the
two.
First time, it was all in Chinese. Very
Huh?
interesting. It hooked up to Wi-Fi easily. It installed updates. I think it's Android
Huh.
Go. There you go. Giga RAM. 8 gigs ROM. I'm guessing that means
I mean, that'll
storage.
work.
It can only take a 32 gig card. You know, you've got to make them cheap somehow. 4G there, Android Go. The speaker can be
Got a
pretty teeny.
tall
but
boy to
baby, it's
wind
got a
down.
headphone
Hell
jack,
yeah,
so who
hell
cares?
yeah.
Only annoying thing is the screen keeps dimming all the
What'd
time.
you get?
Oh, there you go, or brightening up. It just kind of has a mind of its own, and even if you adjust it, it'll fight you the whole time. And it's kicked itself off the Wi-Fi once. It's hard to get it into landscape. It's okay.
How much RAM?
Yes,
1 gig.
It has a camera.
Ooh,
1 gig. Ooh, you can really make out the snooty booper. Cayman Jack's Watermelon Margarita. That one's pretty good.
Whoa, there we go.
Whoa.
So it got me thinking at this point, like, well, what if you spent just a little bit extra? What can you get? So for 169 bucks, nice price.
Okay,
From Nokia,
okay.
the Nokia 1.4.
32 gigabytes internal storage ain't bad, and has a headphone jack.
Modern phones completely.
I thought it said 16. I thought I saw 1.
Ooh, full screen Nokia. Can we zoom in on the front?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bet. And it was a nightmare to hook up for the first time. It was really, really clunky. Like an old iPhone 6 just mops the floor with this. It has like Face
One makes
ID
more
as well,
sense, yeah.
but it's nowhere near as sophisticated. Like on the Apple ones, you've got to move your head in all these directions and things. This guy literally just said, sit still. All right, you're good. And it's incredibly slow. I never bother with it. But
I
look
mean,
at this.
it works though if you need
The
it.
screen is gigantic. Curved edges and like the little hump there. That's
Yeah.
pretty stinking amazing.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I
yeah,
just got
yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
and all that. It's still a bit slow.
No, that could work though.
There you go.
That's a
Go
bit
on
faster.
landscape. Oh, I have to do it manually. Yeah, she's a bit slow. But hey, it has a handheld TV content watching thing. The fact that I can just walk in the same day and grab this. That's super cool. YouTube has crashed on me a few times. During the setup, it kept trying to sell me things. It was really annoying. And the
That is a little annoying, yeah.
Place as well. It just go do 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 do. But looking at smartphones like
Like
this,
I got a
this isn't the
Motorola
whole
at the moment,
market
and like that
because
was
you
kind
could
of
always
fucky to
buy used,
update.
And for 129 bucks, refurbished, you could get
That ain't bad.
an iPhone 6. And honestly, right out the
Oh
gates,
shit.
this thing is made
Okay, yeah.
beautifully.
Yeah,
This
yeah, yeah,
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
designed to be cheap. It's just old now. A headphone jack. Oh look, a really out-of-date proprietary connection that should be replaced by USB-C a long time ago. It'd be really embarrassing.
It'd
if
be
their latest
really
phones are still using
embarrassing.
this.
It'd be
Setting
really
this thing up for the first
embarrassing.
time
It'd be
was like a
silly.
dream. The Touch ID setup was just like a brand new phone. The screen is nicer, but install the latest updates and it's not bad. I mean, yes, it stutters a little bit loading YouTube and all that sort of thing. This one is
But that's
bent, so that's how
fine.
you know it's an iPhone 6.
Yeah.
60 frames a second, 1080p.
Yeah.
Holy
iPhone 6 camera.
shit.
Wait,
You could record on that now and it would
iPhone 6
work. It just
camera,
doesn't have like
eh?
AR-Kit or anything for the
1080
coolest
frank.
shit.
It is pretty dim looking, but I think the quality's there. I mean, you know, a little bit extra light and like that would work really good. But this could do slow-mo as well.
Like, remember when Apple started to like advertise that you could like
it really stutters and stalls.
film a
And I
whole
find
ass
this
movie
guy
on your
just handles
phone?
it that little bit better. I mean, it shows you how they get these at cheap is because they really do have the specs of an ancient phone. I think this guy.
I remember.
just
I do
squeezes
too. It
out
was
over
like
these two. And it
fascinating.
doesn't have to be an iPhone. I mean, go find a period time like, I don't know, like Galaxy or something, and it's going to perform in a similar way. But the whole point of this video is me looking for a
Although my
phone.
Galaxy almost
So,
exploded
who's
on
getting
me,
my
so
SIM
you
card?
know.
Well, you know, I don't want a manky old iPhone, and it's not going to be either one
It was
of these.
a
because for my
S7
work
and the
phone,
battery
honestly,
just
all I do with it
expanded
is
one day.
Answer text and answer calls.
I got my
That is
phone
it. And, you know, and these
replaced
could just
the
be a little
week
bit too
after
clunky for me. I want somewhere it's just
because
flip,
my
answer,
phone
hang up,
company
which
was
means it
like,
could only be
"Hey,
between
5G towers
two
are getting
boys.
upgraded."
The flip nuggets. And it is so close.
So
'Cause
like your
honestly,
3G
while I
phone
think
won't
this
work
is a cool
anymore,
looking
so have a free
design,
phone on us,
like
and I
these
have that
buttons
phone
and
now,
layout, like
and now
having
I'm in a
dedicated
different
flashlight
carrier
button.
entirely,
That
still using the same
touchscreen
exact phone because
really
I'm
makes it
stubborn.
work so much better. This does have a better microphone, which is going to be better for calls, but I love that this has a dedicated and working YouTube app and maps. That's too funny. Who's getting my SIM? It's this guy. And I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to this
fair
because
enough,
I finally
no.
have a phone that can share
Fair
the
enough,
same
though.
pocket as my keys. But damn,
Yeah.
that was a close second place. I don't know. I'm still, you know, half and half on this guy. Right? Well, That's it.
I love
Thanks so
tank
much for watching.
pods.
Huge thanks
Dude
to my
makes like
patrons,
really
especially
good, really
Stephen and
informative,
Emily,
but
because,
pretty
mate,
short
one
videos that
I
aren't
do
super
extra
dry.
videos. To give respect
Sometimes
to
he
this guy,
screams.
I'm telling you, it was a really close second place. We're gonna do a whole video filmed on this.
Holy
Smell
shit.
the pixels.
Yeah,
and we'll just
yeah.
struggle through it together.
On the
And I
after
don't
show,
even
which
know
I
how
think
I'm gonna
those are
mount
all
this
free
into my
now.
rig to even film with it, but that's my problem. So, anyways, thanks so much, and I'll see you all next time.
Frank, you look like discarded spaghetti.
He
Like
does,
someone's
or
just
she
thrown it in a bin
does, she
bag and just left it.
does.
That's you, Frank.
The SpongeBob player one's your favorite because he just yells for the demons to go away. He does. Holy fuck! It was. I love this video. This video just gives me a big old fucking smile on my face. He's also fucking ballin'. I think that's my favorite part of this video. This is you. We literally do this while we play Call of Duty. Wow. I also think this was your submission. But like he is fucking bawling as he plays this. Like he's pretty like goddamn. Like that's the best part of this video is that he's kicking ass. Oh, yoy. Like I want to see a speed run, but this is all the audio. Like the speedrunner won't talk strats or nothing. He'll just do this shit. Should I play the Crash games on stream? It's been literally more than 10 years since I played a Crash Bandicoot. Yes. We'll see. I think Lily bought the Insane collection on, well, actually, would y'all be more interested in Spyro or Crash? Because I think I can get a copy of Reignited Trilogy. I think I'm sitting on a key for that. Not like sponsored or anything. I just have one in a Humble Bundle. Spyro, I'm feeling that one too. I love this video. That means the man, literally me, has played this game so many times. Literally me, that he knows most of the sound effects. Yeah. Spyro, but also Eternal Night on GBA. Yeah.
Well done.
Don't crash. They do have to tell you. It's a Kevin. I'm so hard to weep. It's fucked up because he's an alright voice actor too.
Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake.
I'm outnumbered, but I'm also a Spyro fan, so I expected it. I like Spyro. I like both.
You there, Crash? 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 Are you there,
I like both enough.
Are you there, Crash?
Like, they both were in my childhood.
We're always
together. Everything together. What happens when we separate? Yeah, we got another one of these. Yeah. This is sludge. This is content sludge. I love it. Yeah. I love mulch. I also love mulch. I might just stop calling it slop and start calling it mulch. This will never get old. It won't. It really won't. That ball has a mind of its own. It is terrifying. Slop feels more accurate. No, it's mulch because it's being repurposed. Like that fucking bridge. The Red Man! This is when y'all were submitting all the goose boosters. It's out now that you'll find out. That's Icky. I am the Ratman. Got signed. Hey, ain't your cheese. Ah! Yeah. You ever sent Rat Genius? You can always do it. I also have Uncle Jobel. We're thanking for anyone here. Yeah, wasn't he like no internet, but he just had a computer and one like MIDI track of the NES Ghostbusters theme? Oh no, he's murder.
Hi. My name is Dr. Yuri.
Okay.
I'm a veterinarian in Vancouver.
Yeah, this is just an informative video on how to pick up a cat.
Skills for pet owners.
I am a cat owner, so let's see how to approach and handle a cat.
We're here today with Claudia. She's a little 1-year-old girl cat. And we're gonna have Mr. Pyre joining us a little bit later, just to talk a little bit about proper cat handling. So it's gonna be a fun little video. We're just gonna talk about how to approach and handle a cat. You know, when I'm in clinics, I often see people walking around swinging their cat like this, and it really just kind of makes me cringe because that's not comfortable for the cat or that safe, to be honest with you. So I just want to kind of go over a little bit how to pick up a cat.
It's
and
fun though.
ways of managing them. Just to
it's
make your
bad,
life
but
a little
like
easier.
don't do it too much.
You know, when you're approaching a cat, it's nice to introduce yourself. You know, let
them sniff your hand.
Notice I keep my fingers curled a little bit. So if the cat doesn't really want my company, she can't really chomp me when my fingers are curled. So introduce yourself. Give him a little bit of a scratch just on the
I
side
feel
of the
like she's
face
a bit
like
too
that,
sweet for the
a little
sort
tickle
of
under the
thing,
chin.
though. I'm not
And
gonna
there we go.
lie.
We just made friends with this wonderful little cat. If you're just approaching a cat, you just pat them and have fun with them. You have to remember that cats can spook very
they
easily, so
do.
you kind of want to take it easy with them.
Yeah.
But also, it's much smaller than us, so a light touch typically pays off with a cat. You know, you can tickle them a little bit, stroke them, but most people try to pick up cats, and that's kind of where we get into trouble. So
1 week, no internet, nothing else here except Ghostbusters, me, a Fisher-Price keyboard. I forgot about the Fisher-Price keyboard.
One hand under the abdomen, and then we can lift them up, sort of even force gently, so they're not hanging down, they're not flopping about. That way they'll be comfortable, and also that way you'll be safe, because what happens when you have a cat swinging free in the air is they'll often start to scramble for purchase. Issue with their hind legs, they can do quite a bit of damage. I mean, and I've been scratched quite badly on my forearms. With a cat going for a little bit of a paddle with their legs, and
you can scratch the fuck out of your hand super easy. My right hand, the back of it has a cat scratch.
If the cat just feels
and the cat kicked because it was a feral and I had to grab her. And she just kicked because she was scared. She was a sweet girl by the end of the time we had her, though. She didn't die or nothing. She just got adopted out.
And if I need to
Joel tapped into the Kirkbride dimension to make that album. Yeah.
I'm just squishing them into myself. Again, that way Claudia feels nice and supported.
Squish the cat. Squish the cat. Squish that cat. No drugs involved, just unassisted insanity. Yeah.
Now, if we do have a cat who's trying to get away from us, we always squish that cat.
Squish that cat.
If you're trying to hold the cat down.
If you try to hold the cat down.
To trim their nails. Or give them a pill. Or whether you just want to have a cat not run off for a moment. Squish that cat. All you need to know about cat restraint is to squish that cat. Again, feel very secure that way, and they generally, even if they're really scared,
he looks like he's gonna eat me. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
And you just gently squish them, and they'll sit there and kind of not hurt themselves, not hurt us, just hang out and let us do our thing.
Look at
if you have a towel handy, this is one of the best cat restraint tools around.
You get a burrito.
On the cat again, squish her with a towel. That way they won't get a claw into you if they're scrambling about a bit. Very safe.
Cute. It is.
Cats are very, very happy to be squished like that. Now, if you have one other thing I want to show you with Claudia, hey darling, where are you going? Is a football carry. So this is kind of
football carry is useful.
You really need to carry a cat somewhere in a hurry, and maybe there's not much time. What you can do is scoop her up.
This kitty doesn't give a shit.
Just like that.
Done that.
Your arm, butt in your hand, and you squish her tight to your body. And with that little football carry, you can basically hold the cat very securely and very safely, because it's really hard for them to rake you with their hind legs if you're holding them like this. Just
and they're rarely ever doing it on purpose if they let you pick them up. You know,
very, very tough little beasts.
Yeah.
And just squishing them against your body is never going to do them any harm. In fact, they tend to feel more safe and secure when they're being held tightly.
Now, some cats
Now, I'm just gonna
fucking hate being
Say goodbye to
compressed.
little Claudia, and bring Mr. Pirate in.
Mr.
He's another cat.
Pirate!
And
Show me Mr.
show you
Pirate.
some shoulder cat.
Yeah, shoulders how I like to hold my cats if I can.
So we're here with Mr.
Oh,
Pirate
look at
to
him.
demonstrate a behavior that I call shoulder cats. So Pirate is a shoulder cat. He loves being on shoulders. Some cats, this is their favorite.
It's Mr. Pirate. Yeah, everyone say hi to
It's
Mr.
really convenient to have
Pirate.
a cat like that because they're really easy to carry around. But some people get put off by shoulder cats. So let me show you why.
A cat can scratch the fuck out of your back.
Right, Mr. Pirate. It's my handsome little. He's 14-year-old
Oh, he's
boy.
14.
Very
He's an
handsome, a
old
little bit chubby.
man.
Quite
He's an
beautiful,
old
though.
man.
Look at that face.
Look at that face.
So, notice, see how he tried to get up on my shoulder there for a second? So when we're
He's a
hanging
big
out
fat
together, his main goal is
boy.
to get up on my shoulder.
He's a little cannonball.
And that can be a little scary to people.
He's a
because
little
people are
tally-ho
standoffish,
gent.
Or if you understand what's going on, he could potentially scratch you because cats will naturally put their claws out to climb. So look at him. He's looking at my shoulder. All I have to do is lean down, and he's going to scramble his way out. And a lot of cats are shoulder cats, and this is great.
That's well because the rig is quick and effective to create cat-based hissing projectile as CHBP. True.
Or sometimes they try to scramble around the back of your neck. But as I said before, squishing is your best friend when you're dealing with a cat. So you have a cat on your shoulder, you squish him nice and tight, and he's going to stay
You have the
there.
right to be a chunker,
Now,
a
if you're
big
wearing
fatty
jumper or a
feller.
hoodie, something
Yeah.
like a thick jacket, cats can actually climb up on your shoulders and be really comfortable
he's
there. I've
trying
seen
to be
people
a-
walking around town with a cat in their hoodie. Usually it's a good idea to have a harness on them when you do that. But this is a really great way to carry a cat around. Now, not all cats go for this.
No,
Some
cats really like
simply
it.
don't like being on your shoulder, and that's okay. But if you do have a cat who insists on being lifted up, you basically just lean forward. Let me demonstrate that again. Oh, there it goes. Notice how. Oh,
Yeah,
I should
because
show you
they
how to put him
don't-
down as well.
they don't
So if
like
you
to
have a
be
cat
on their
who wants to come
back.
up, you lean forward, and he'll just
Not
pull
much.
himself up, and you just support his bottom. And there you have it. And when you try to put him down, often he won't want to. So you have two choices. One is just to lean back, and they'll kind of leap off your back. Not the safest thing.
Right.
Two is to support your little cat and just lean forward, lean forward, lean forward, and eventually they'll right themselves.
Yeah, because
Hang on.
again,
So,
they don't really like
that's how you
being
deal with
on their
shoulder
back
cat.
and compressed.
So I hope you enjoyed this video.
I have.
Please give
I
us a like.
have.
Feel free to share it, and just remember to have fun with your cat.
And remember to squish that cat. Remember that. All right, I think next one's unhinged. I'm pretty sure I spaced these pretty evenly
Why
out.
is this symbol, the
Oh
@
no,
on your
it's not.
keyboard?
I think the one after this
You may
is.
have heard the popularized story where in 1971 Ray Tomlinson was looking for a way to distinguish between users and hosts in his new designs for a network electronic mail system, a precursor to email. And while
Okay.
this wasn't the first case of sending messages between computers, Ray was the first person to use the @
Oh,
symbol
this-
to
this
designate
man
where
needs
the
a pop
email was
filter.
to go, e.g. user@host.com.
Ooh,
Many
oh
contemporary
dear.
sources have repeatedly claimed that the @ sign
No
was
offense, I
almost
might
doomed
skip
to be
this one
transferred
if
from
the
keyboard due to its
popping
little
noises
use,
are getting too
if
much.
It wasn't saved by the likes of Ray Tomlinson.
Technology
But
used
I
to be
feel
cool,
Like that
it
story
did.
leaves too
It
many
did.
holes. Why was there an @ sign on his keyboard to choose from, anyways? And what was its functioning?
Because, like,
computing up
okay,
until then?
let me
Though
actually
perhaps-
put it this way. When I hear popping and I'm listening on my phone, it doesn't really matter to me, but these headphones are actually kind of nice and they're a little bassy. So when I hear a pop, 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 and it's actually popping, it actually just hits my ear all kinds wrong. We'll see if I can tolerate this one for 7 minutes,
It is
but
best
this
explained
might
by
be a
first
skip.
Understanding the origin of the @ sign. Where did it come from, and what was its primordial function? At the heart of the @ is quite
Remember when we
literally
had Commodore
an A.
64s?
The
Yeah,
earliest recorded
technology
document
has
containing
fallen.
something familiar
It's
to
7
the
minutes,
@
it's
known
not that
to us
bad.
Today comes from the Vatican archives. In this Bulgarian translation of a Greek chronicle written by Konstantinos Manasses in 1345, he ends his paper with the word Amen, featuring this stylized A. The Mediterranean world began to use the circled A in a more symbolic sense. In this 1448 letter from the Kingdom of Castile to the Kingdom of Aragon, and this letter from the Florentine merchant Francesco Lepuin, the @ symbol is used to represent a unit of weight known as an arroba,
1345.
a term borrowed from the Arabs
It took
that
me a
has been
second to
around
even
since at least
register that
1088
that's
and
what
which
was
in popular
said.
use up until the 19th century.
Like,
and as @ would begin to spread around continental Europe, it also took on new meanings, as seen in France, where it was originally used in the same sense of arroba, but by the 17th century it came to represent the price of a unit of something. As
Okay,
in
fair
one
enough.
bottle of wine at 4 ducats. So this was how the stylized A became at least in reference to the commercial market. And this use
there
spread
we
over
go.
from
I
France
took a
to
sip
Sweden
and my
England. And even
model
today, this
hitched.
symbol is still known as the commercial at in the English-speaking world.
Okay.
Also note that this stylized A also held different meanings throughout Europe. As in 1550, Sudebnik of Ivan IV, a collection of laws laid out by the Russian monarch, which uses at to signify point one. Or in Italy and Germany, where at was used to
Okay, I didn't know this shit. I might actually be in.
Found their way into English.
This might be me
now,
in.
Until this point in the West, the written word was written, handwritten.
This feels like a conspiracy video in tone. Yeah,
throughout Europe.
But like it's actually informative and real.
Up until this point in time, written more or less according to tradition rather than rule, suddenly had to become concrete, or rather lead in their form. In a sense, one could call this the first encoding of a language, taking all these forms of a letter and representing in a physical code, so to speak.
That
and
it
yes,
is. Now that you say that.
Typefaces created by printers. It was physically encoded not only in type, but also made its way onto commercial typewriters in the late 1800s
Holy
as well.
shit.
Even before the typewriter keyboard had been standardized to the QWERTY we English speakers know today, it had already made itself at home, usually sitting at the edge with some other commercial key like the cent sound.
Yeah. This is about Agartha.
Like
the mega structure is the giant at in the sky.
So did another phenomenon of the soon-to-be modern world.
It's Mount Vesuvius.
The need to store and process the vast amounts of data that were being produced.
You mean
the Constitution of the United States mandates that a census must be conducted every 10 years to apportion congressional representation. And as the nation grew,
God damn it. I'm mad too. I'm mad too.
Census kept growing alongside it. The 1880
I'm mad
census,
for
example, was completed for 7 years. Insert Herman Hallrith, a man who had seen punch cards used by train conductors to represent data of passengers on tickets, and thought that the system could also work for general
fucking
information as well.
Need to show you my love with this rock. Yeah, now turn around.
Machine, which ran on Hallrith cards. Punch cards
I love my community. We're always at each other's throats, about to kill someone.
Or not punched. This machine greatly reduced the amount of time needed to complete the 1890 census, and Hallrith went on to continue to develop his tabulating machines. In 1911, Hallrith's company, along with 4 other similar data processing companies, were amalgamated
That's our
in New
secret
York,
cap,
forming
yeah.
a new computing, tabulating,
Could you
recording
start with
company,
train
which later
tickets? They
renamed
do.
itself in
Yeah,
1924
actually.
to International
That one I
Business
was familiar
Machines,
with.
IBM. During the succeeding years, IBM would continue to use Hallrith punch cards, which came to be called IBM cards, to process data. And by 1932, IBM expanded the original
Which is actually
code
why I
developed
like in
by Hallrith into a set
Cyberpunk
of
2077,
39
it actually
graphs
shows that they
encoded in
still use
binary
train punch
coded
cards.
decimal interchange code, with a notable
In that one
absence of
quest that you do for the nomads.
These electric data processors were the precursors of the first
Never knew that existed before computers. Like, yeah, isn't it fucking cool?
All of which used IBM cards to store data. But in a time before screens and digital graphical output, these computers would
Partially
use
because of the
teletypes
Corpo
as
Wars as
console
well.
output,
Yeah,
and eventually
I'd eat
input
train
as well.
tickets. I feel like
And
they'd
look at
taste
the
alright.
teletypes these computers used. Look right there.
Yo!
The AND key. Now this
But it's
key
with a
couldn't be used
plus.
for actual data input into these computers because it wasn't encoded into BCDIC. That was until
Feels like seeing the
IBM
Illuminati
cemented
eyeball.
that
You're
as
kinda
part of
right.
computing history, when in 1953, BCDIC was expanded to include 8 new characters taken from these teletype keyboards.
When the data crash
including
happened, they lost the entire
the
internet, basically. Yeah.
Now with a proper encoding, AT began
Hang
to
on,
be
I've
used
got a
not
cough.
just as a commercial symbol, but within different aspects of computing as well. While IBM's Fortran
Yeah, that one
of
was gross.
1953 didn't
Hang on.
include AT as a keyword, it was used alongside 4 other characters to represent symbols in the programming language that weren't encoded yet. AT was used here to represent the
Punch
single
cards were a
quote,
quick
and
solution
later in
at Commodore
1960,
64
was
screen.
copied
Yeah.
including the Lisp programming language to perform
Damn it.
splice operations.
Hang on, I'm still
In
listening, but I need
1963, the American
Holy shit, my
Standards
chair lets me go that
Association
far.
published their unified encoding
New chair's
scheme for the
fucking
manufacturer,
awesome.
consumer, and general public. This encoding was called the American Standard Code for
Hang on.
Information Interchange,
Hang on.
ASCII, and right at position
Hey, yo.
1000000 sits at. From this point on, ASCII
Holy
is included in almost
shit.
every computer made, and by extension, AT becomes more popular. AT was picked up by
Okay.
many programming languages of that decade, and even today is still frequently used in a variety of contexts. So when Ray
Didn't we have
Tomlinson went to
something
search
about
for a
ASCII
symbol
not
on
too
his
long
keyboard
ago?
that day, it wasn't a stroke of
We used
genius for
ASCII
him to
maps
choose
in the
AT,
Hunt Down the
and he
Framing
didn't
Guide.
save it from eradication. The reason it was available for him to choose in the first place is because of its inclusion in ASCII. So AT would have been on your computer keyboard today regardless of whether email used it or not. It was a part of ASCII, BCDIC, and was integral to keyboards and typists since near the beginning. It's the character with perhaps the richest and most unique history on the keyboard.
You raise a good point. This is okay.
The most obvious choice because we're talking about a user who
so
computer.
I want to outright put like that is the sort of informative video I like, where it's not too high concept, so I can still understand it, but it's still like gives a history of something that's fascinating. Yeah, this one's 11 minutes. It's the strangest computer designs of the 2010s. Oh, it's LGR.
The 10 years spanning 2010 to 2019
LGR has all right audio.
were a turbulent time in the pre-built computer market. The rapid adoption of smartphones and tablets, along with computers becoming good enough to stave off obsolescence, led to such stagnation that several media outlets declared the death of the personal computer outright. But instead of dying, they evolved, with more eye-catching experimental designs than ever. So let's look at a bunch of computers from the 2010s that stand out for their weirdness in regards to overall look,
fuck it, you know what? Yeah, hit me.
Specifications alike. Starting with the Jack
I
PC
still
by Chip
really
PC Technologies.
want to get a Surface tablet
Kicking off the
just for
decade in
like
2010
light
was
productivity.
A thin client computer with a twist. Instead of connecting a little box
Like it'd be
to
a
the
good
wall,
like
why not put the
portable
little
recording
box
setup.
in the wall?
Started to look like
Precisely
something
what
Dr.
Chip
Doom
PC
would create.
Technologies
Yeah.
did with the Jack PC. All you needed was a LAN outlet that provided power over Ethernet, and the EFI
I didn't even
7000
realize you could
series
do
Jack
that.
PC
That's
acted as a
awesome.
drop-in upgrade solution. And with that, you got a PC packing a 1.2 gigahertz x86 equivalent, RMI Alchemy CPU,
What
and
year
8
now?
megabyte 3D graphics chip, 128 megs of RAM, and 256 megs of
awful,
Discon chip
depending on the
storage.
year.
Not much, but it's a thin client, so most data was
Yeah.
stored on the connected server. The second gen Apple Mac Pro.
Yeah, this thing's
2013
fucking
refresh
cool.
of the Mac Pro
That's
raised many an eyebrow compared to the
monolith.
relatively utilitarian design of the 2006 model it was replacing. Affectionately known as the Trash Can Mac, it packed everything
Oh, but
into
it's
a
so
glossy
cool.
10-inch tall
That
dark
shit's
gray
gonna destroy
cylinder.
the Fantastic
The
Four.
lack of
Yeah.
internally upgradable processor
There's
and
gonna be a
graphics was common
Sentinel in this.
criticism, especially seeing how a maxed out Pro cost about $10,000.
10,000's too
but
damn
its
much,
Xeon
though.
And Fire Pro based hardware was top-notch stuff. And you still had plenty of external expansion via Thunderbolt and USB. And despite the controversial design, the Mac Pro wasn't replaced until 2019.
Like, it's really
and
just
machines
kinda
like the HP
cool.
Wave and Samsung ArtPC Pulse, arriving in 2016
Again, I would
and
love
2017
something like
respectively,
this for,
seemed to
like,
copy Apple's homework. Each of which I might have
something I
included
can
in
do
their own
fast
section of
setup
this video,
of.
but I didn't. So let's move on from the trash cans to the Alienware Area 51.
I was about to say I need someone to make one of those look like a Sentinel head. Yeah.
In the 2000s, but it was the 2014 model that
God,
really
I've kind of
embraced
always
its
wanted a
extraterrestrial
triangular
feat.
PC.
The so-called
I
Triad
do
design
love
Area 51
Alienware PC
featured a
looking.
spaceship-inspired
Like the
triangular case
aesthetic,
that
I
not
really
only
dig
looked
it.
nuts, but provided plenty of room inside. Room for up to 3 GPUs,
What the
5
fuck?
hard drives, and 9 separate RGB
Okay,
lighting
okay,
zones,
okay,
each
okay,
of which
okay. All
was
right, all right, all
software
right, all right, all
controlled
right.
For maximum gamer aesthetic.
Oh,
The idea
evolve.
was the angled design meant users could reach I/O more easily, and that proper airflow could be maintained even if the case was pushed against a wall. But really, it's because it looked neat.
You know
The
what,
CDO
though?
technology
Totally.
Volta V, claiming to be the
I remember
first
liking the
commercially
beta
produced
for Evolved and then
handcrafted
never
wooden
picking up when it
computer,
was,
the
like,
Volta V
out.
understandably made headlines in 2017. Built by CDO Technology, the Volta V featured a solid
This is just
walnut case,
sexy.
an understated look
And
compared
it has
to the garish
USB 3.0
RGB
in
glass
it.
boxes out there. But that hardwood made it rather costly compared to traditional
Right.
rigs, ranging from $2,000 to $3,500.
Ooh.
I actually got to cover a review unit on LGR back then, and it was
Eh.
a pleasure to use and smelled
Adorable.
great.
Yeah, this is the shit they be using in
CDO
Fallout.
has since gone out of business, but I'm glad they were able to leave a well-varnished mark before bowing out.
Oh, and it even has a Noctua fan in it.
Mini E.
Hell yeah.
ER1402.
Oh, E-machines were
All
always
form-factor
great.
PCs had a
They
bit of
were
a
always a
moment,
joy.
In the early 2010s, but the Mini E took a different path than
Wait,
most.
what?
Instead of a simple black box, E-machines made a
I thought it was
diamond-shaped
way
case
smaller.
they described as looking more like modern art than computer. It measured just 7 inches across and weighed about 9
love one of
pounds,
these.
small enough to mount onto a VESA plate
You know what I
behind a
mean?
monitor or
Like-
TV. Of course, it's also worth noting that this wasn't
Again,
the
I need
super
something
cheap
that's,
E-machines of
like,
old, but rather
quick
Acer, who purchased
like
E-Machine's
quick
parent
pick
company
up and
Gateway
like
in
do something
2007.
else.
Still,
Fucked
not
up
too
and evil
shabby
computers.
for
I like the
$299.
compact nature of it. I want
The
something like
Acer
this, but
Predator
like
21X.
with like a modern
Acer
editing
in
rig specs,
2017 had no chill.
which
The
I don't think is
21X
possible right now.
was
But
not only the first
goddamn,
curved screen
yeah, not just a
laptop,
not just a
but
laptop, but a
this
portable
19-pound beast
computer.
proved
I
the
want
company
that shit.
Designers had lost their minds, and it was glorious. The
Mm-hmm.
4.1 gigahertz Core i7, 64 gigabytes of
Looks
RAM,
like decoration in
dual
a therapist's
GeForce
office in
GTX
heavy rain.
1080s,
Shut the fuck
5
up.
drive slots, 2 power supplies, 5 cooling fans, 4 speakers, 2 subwoofers, a mechanical keyboard, a trackpad that flips
This
over
looks
to
really
a
good,
numpad,
actually.
a battery lasting less than an hour when gaming, and
I
a
mean, sure.
$9,000 price tag.
Oh.
Despite the ridiculous
Saw one of those. It's a
everything,
suitcase.
Acer
Yeah,
managed
yeah.
to sell the
It's got
entire limited
Titanfall.
run,
It's got
meaning there
Titanfall
are
on it.
300 of
It can
these
run that
monsters
shit.
lying around somewhere all around the globe. And that makes me smile. The Fujitsu CH702 Floral Kiss. In 2012, Fujitsu Japan
really like how
introduced
this
the
looks.
Floral Kiss
It's kind of-
series,
it's
a
just
brand
beautiful.
Of, quote, personal computers for women. Available in elegant white, luxury
God damn-
brown,
Yeah,
and
I want that
feminine
luxury
pink.
brown.
These Ultrabook laptops aimed to create a PC that women would find appealing. As such, it came with a pearl power
I
button,
hate that it's
synthetic
working for me.
diamonds embedded into the keyboard,
I
the
hate that this
cables,
is
and the
working.
puck-shaped mouse, along with built-in apps like scrapbooking, a daily horoscope, and a diary with integrated social media posting. The lid was even designed
Was that
so
using
that
Windows
users
8
could open
UI?
it without the risk of damaging their nails. The general public
Gotta be
reacted
fucking
about
kidding
as well
me.
as you may imagine.
You gotta be fucking
The
kidding
Hewlett-Packard
me.
Omen X900.
You can't make Windows
Compared by
pink? I
some
don't
to
know.
a Borg Cube or Transformers Allspark, the liquid-cooled Omen X was a wild
Fuck, it
departure from your
does.
typical boring
Massive
HP
sexism,
pavilion.
but hyper
The
aesthetic.
black and red
Yeah,
cube
the
featured
cube,
4 hot
the
swappable hard drive
the
bays,
cube.
a separate optical drive bay, and
I
hardware
remember.
specs that put it well into gaming PC territory. Though it was an absolute space hog, measuring roughly 20¼ by 20 by 16 inches, double the width of a regular PC case. It also cost between $1,800 and $2,600.
Default Blender Cube.
several
Let me
$100
delete
more
that.
than
Yeah.
competing systems of its capabilities. A hard sell, unless you really love cubes rotated 45
I
degrees.
kinda do though.
The Asus ROG GX 700. Asus is no stranger to portable desktop
that a
replacements,
fucking
often
suitcase?
packing their ROG series laptops with high-end components that push the limits of portability. But the GX
I kind of want an Asus PC
claiming
or
to be the
Asus
first
laptop.
water-cooled laptop on its review
Yeah,
in
it
late
is.
2015.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's right. It's not only a thick beast of a machine on its own, but that huge growth around back docks to the system and connects it to an array of copper pipes inside the laptop, resulting in a claimed performance boost of 48% to the CPU and 43%
Yeah, I'd love
to the
to edit
GPU.
on something like
And a
this.
total weight
Water
of
cooled.
18.5
Yeah, yeah,
pounds.
yeah. And it's
Super
in
cool.
basically a roll around
Super
Pelican
impractical.
case.
CyberPower's Trinity Extreme.
Yeah, I wanted one
For
of
the
those
most
when I was
part,
younger.
systems builder
This thing was
CyberPower
fucking
plots their
awesome
PCs
looking.
Into flashy yet
Asus
relatively
laptops ain't too
standard-shaped
shabby.
towers.
Also bring it
But
back.
that restraint
Yeah.
was tossed out the window with the Trinity
I just need a
Extreme in
laptop for like
2015.
productivity work.
Assembled in
Because like I don't
conjunction
like
with
editing on my
Deepcool,
desktop,
the
I
Trinity
found.
separated its components into 3 different blades. In theory, allowing
Like sitting
for
in a
better
desk to
airflow and
edit gives
cooling.
just
One
it
blade
does not
holding the
spring it does
GPU
not
and SSDs,
spark
another for
joy.
the power supply, and 3.5-inch hard drives, and the last one holding the ITX motherboard and liquid cooling system. Quite the intriguing layout, with the unavoidable trade-off of taking up swaths of desk space at 18.5 inches wide. The Zotac ZBox 01520. Primarily known for their graphics cards and other components, Zotac unveiled a range of ZBox mini PCs in 2011.
Fucking cool.
But it's the
It's that motherfucker from
01520
Hitchhiker's
model that
Guide.
caught
It's
the
even
most
got the
headlines on
fang.
its arrival in 2014. Bringing to mind the failed Nexus Q by Google, the spherical Z-Box was quite the standout design compared to other small form factor PCs. And even compared to Zotac's other offerings, like the relatively bland-looking Steam Machine.
That's just a fucking Isaac from The Division.
Of course, it wasn't a perfect
Holy
orb.
shit.
The base of it was actually cube-shaped, and the components crammed inside were pretty standard fare. But
yeah, but it looks like it can be upgraded.
Round PCs that grabs attention. And finally, Razer's Project Valerie.
What does it look like?
Dual-screen laptop. Sure, that's cool. You know what's
Holy
really cool?
shit.
Triple screens.
Yeah, it is.
The Razer Project Valerie.
Oh, imagine editing on one of these babies.
Now, I hesitated to include this here since it never reached production, but it caused such a stir back then that I had to. The fact that Razer slapped together 3 17-inch 4K displays that automatically deployed at the touch of a button was absurd enough.
That's so cool.
But then the fact that it was stolen from the show really took the tech world by storm. Yeah, somehow someone made off with 2 Project Valerie prototypes.
Yeah, get your fruit ready.
Yes, prompting Razer to offer a $25,000 reward for their return.
Oh my god.
Reportedly, one ended up being posted for sale on the auction site Taobao, though it was quickly taken down. I haven't seen confirmation on whether or not they were ever retrieved, but yeah, it's just such a weird footnote in 2010's computer history that I had to mention.
I would have loved one of these. Like money no object, you know? I would have adored something like that.
Then do check out my other videos on other weird computers from previous decades, though those are years old themselves at this point. So maybe watch my more recent stuff instead. And as always,
I mean, LGR has always just done good stuff.
Achieved with
CS2's water.
Counter-Strike 2 has had Wingman mode added and options to toggle what happens when you hold
Wingman's pretty good.
New vertical and overpass map, but most importantly, the new water in this new version of Overpass looks beautiful. And also, I pointed out in the previews for this game that these tree models were so last year, which Valve took to heart, and so have updated them with these new versions instead. I mean, their trunks are equally hideous, but their leaves look nice. They've also enhanced this hedge that splits the map in two. You can see Source 2's new optimization in action if you peer through gaps
I
in this
love
hedge,
how a Counter-Strike model does no clip. It looks funny.
Back to the water.
I want to put my face against that sludge. I do too.
To the sewage factory, because unlike in the previews, the water here now has sludgy shit all over the surface. It's quite possibly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. There's even an oily layer on the surface, giving everything a rainbow sheen. I couldn't have asked for anything more. They've done to CS2 sewage what Half-Life Alyx did to its alcohol, by adding layer upon layer upon layer to the effect, until it looks so good you can almost taste it. But why stop there? Don't just stare at it, touch it. Run about in it. Really go to town in this stuff. Shoot the poo and it disappears before reforming on the surface again.
Yeah.
In the fountain here, there are a few different effects.
Look at what the water...
which is still somehow displayed on the water surface.
Look at the fucking... I know it's just a texture, but you can see the fucking paper on the surface, and it deforms like it should.
Of the reflections themselves. And the water itself looks different.
Holy shit, someday I learn to play CS. I might give it one more shot.
There is debris floating on the surface that appears to splosh out of the way if you shoot at it, just like it does in real life. Here's a bunch of people stood in fecal matter. Here they are, running back and forth through the stuff. Look at how their legs, sometimes, break holes in the surface foam.
Wait, what?
Don't know if I've ever seen it done in a game with this much precision before. Also notice how their shadows cast over the solid regions, but not on the clear bits. It's just a shame the solid bits of sewage don't cast shadows on the ground beneath them. The sun's reflections sparkle off the surface almost aggressively, especially off this muddy stuff.
Tech, yeah, kinda.
The cut-off between wet and dry materials is too abrupt. Valve, please fix. But the water itself looks satisfyingly wet, and it generally succeeds in being reflective enough to look like it's reflecting stuff, whilst still being murky and ripply enough to not reveal their cube maps. You can see what I mean in Connector, where the cube mapped reflections don't make any sense if you look at them, failing to match up with the pipes, the walls, anything, really. So let's return to this water
that does look off.
This water effect is, believe it or not, completely flat. Any 3D ripples are but an illusion, probably using the same parallax tricks as the 3D looking bullet holes do in this game. However they're doing it, it's really effective. Let's talk about the ripples some more. So of course, characters running through the water cause ripples around their legs.
Like CS2 is one of those things where I'm like, God, it's gorgeous to look at.
Hit the surface again. God, it's wonderful.
I've thought about doing a Counter-Strike night where I just learn how to play it proper.
Dash about on the surface before popping. Shotguns are especially effective at conjuring up the foam effect, and I love how it isn't in any hurry to disappear again. Why do other games not bother with all these lovely little effects? How has Valve achieved all this using methods that won't slow your PC down? Apart from firing the shotgun into the water at point blank. That's enough to bring even my GeForce 4090 to its knees.
Oh, shit.
Grenades don't slow it down, though. Yet they cause complete chaos. With foam sloshing about, large bubbles later rising to the surface.
Cool. It looks so crisp. It does. Howdy, Sakura. How you doing?
Fearful that there might be a second explosion. Even the reflections are disrupted by this effect. Notice how the sun's fine sparkles are split into hundreds of smaller ones.
Why is my mouth watering? This is grey water.
Reform into their brighter form themselves again. The grenade's disruption takes upwards of 7 seconds before the foamy distortion clears again. And in a source engine first, this water supports extremely subtle.
Sorry, I'm floored. I'm genuinely
if I get my
floored.
Face right down into the sewage like this, you're in for a treat as you can stare at the reflections of these metal bars.
Oh my god.
As the bars pass off the top of the screen. And when they're within the screen space, they reflect. This is how player reflections are done too. So colour me impressed with these reflections. They're using a bunch of terrible methods, but they're done subtly enough to not show their
I'm not going to notice that
there are
in
enough
regular
different layers
gameplay.
interacting with one another to make it look awesome. And by not reflecting players when they're not visible on screen, they've managed to avoid exploits involving character reflections.
I do wish they hadn't cut so much stuff for the shift to CS2. Apparently they're re-adding Arms Race, which is my favorite mode.
3D, there's still a visible gap between the smoke and the water. But I don't think there's any playable position in the map where this will be a problem.
Yeah, I'll be damned
though. What will be
though.
a problem is that players' reflections show up in the reflections, while the smoke grenades do not, meaning that you can see people hidden in a smoke grenade. Valve, please fix.
Yeah, that
there's a fecal
needs
fix
fixed.
just here.
That's just a
There's also
goblin.
some sort of pixelated appearance to the ground beneath the water, but it's most noticeable
that was
when
just
your
a
face is
fucking
right into the
goblin.
water, and it's barely noticeable in standard play unless you're really looking for it. In conclusion, this is a very solid effort from Valve, who haven't let this sewage go to waste. They've really
God
made
damn it, my mic is further away. Yeah, I had to.
It's a Half-Life Alyx,
I had to
so can
itch my
enter VR
ear.
and literally stick my face in it.
What is that?
Internet's down.
Try unplugging all other phone equipment.
Try it. Try it.
Modem plugged in. If this fixes it, whatever you unplugged might be the cause of the issue.
This goes hard. I love desync. Yeah.
Hi, this is Scripper from Optus.
Alright, The Making of Dots, which is a video I fucking loved watching.
That's extra lazy. Before we start the making of,
let's see if we can't get subtitles, because I know some people are going to need it.
First of all, this shirt is not for sale because it's a very low quality print and also way too expensive.
Posey, yeah.
There's no web shop yet, maybe in the future. Also, I have a solution for my egg hat.
Oh no. It's an egg hat.
Egg hat. Looks nice, right? Looks nice.
I mean, I never had a problem with it. It's just how you look, man. And you don't look half bad. Don't be so down on yourself.
Well, first of all, you need a subject. In this case, an inkjet print.
Okay.
What? In the name?
Yeah, what? What the fuck? He's so full of tism. I love him for that. Yeah, I feel it.
Zoom or infinite zoom. So it's not just one picture, it's the illusion of one picture.
Okay.
So I finally managed to print this one, and let's use this one to explain it. First of all,
this is
I take an extreme
like y'all ain't ready for
shot.
how this is gonna look. By the way, it's just so
Like super close.
Like if y'all didn't see the
2
original
millimeters in
video
the
for
shot,
this,
and
it's
then
so
a little less
awesome.
macro. That's the second photo, and then I take another photo. And then I have about 5 photos, of which the last one is this thing actually in the CD sleeve. And sometimes I even used a piece of video for the transition, which is of course even cooler.
Take your time.
This is a nice shot, by the way, right? Just as nice as the previous shot. Now the boring part, a screen capture of making the animation.
Nah, we gotta see this shit because y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. It is a nice hat, though. I'll give him that. He knows his color.
In post-production, I edit the raw files to match them as close as possible.
Okay.
And export them as 16-bit TIFFs, which I will then import in Adobe After Effects. And now I start with the closest one. I just drag it in here. And
is it bad that I want to lick that and see what the flavor is? Because I feel like it tastes like blue raz.
Scaling it down to 50%. And now I drag in the second image. I lock this one. And now I have to find...
where it links up.
The middle point.
Yep.
Which is now here. And now I just zoom it out.
Fruit by the foot rainbow. Yeah. Lemon, blue raz, apple, cherry. That sounds like a hell of a vape flavor.
Rotate it as well. Now that I've matched the two, I drag this thingy to this thingy. And now when I change the size of that thingy,
I don't know why, but him describing things as a thingy is like making me smile.
And
this is not me trying to be rude, but I did not see how long this was. Okay, it's about 12 minutes. That's fine.
50% transparent. And let's zoom out some more.
Okay.
Yeah, something around there.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of eyeballing it.
Match up these two. You probably get where this is going.
Yeah, actually.
Great. Now I do it again. I drag this thingy and drag it again to the main one. So not to this one, but just to this one.
You can also just select from the drop down, which, yeah, that's going to make it way easier.
I reduce the size and everything changes accordingly. Now we can also see that the
this is intentionally uncanny. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to crush a bottle.
And there we are. Now it still looks a bit weird, of course. So let's add some masks.
I'm back.
I tried 300 times and now it suddenly works. Oh, good.
That's literally how editing works, for the record.
I cut away the excess of the photo there now. What is this? Why does that exist?
Why does that exist?
Go away.
Go away.
You can hear there's always some frustration involved.
This feels Lynchian.
When I do this, it changes when I do that. But now everything else
changes
edit, too. What the hell?
K-Den Live makes you angry. Yeah, that's fair. That's me with fucking
Why would I
DaVinci Resolve
by single clicking on that? It's not fun doing this. The end result is the only reason I'm doing this.
Like, I don't know if I can do an editing stream because it'd be just me swearing loudly.
For that, I add some automation here and there.
Okay.
Keyframes there. And that's the end position. So let's get back to the start position.
Yeah, keyframes are a
100.
Wicked long process.
And now we can play around, huh? I think this is a nice starting position. And now it
For the record, after this video, I'm gonna get up, use the bathroom, and get another drink.
It starts off
because I'm running low on water. That's weirdly good drink ASMR.
And then only at the very last moment, everything goes a million times too fast.
Yeah.
In order to get the
Welcome to hell.
Right, I click this graph editor here. Let's begin with the scale. Then I click this button over here.
This is Nightmare. Welcome to hell. You're in hell.
And then I drag this. And then it's
Which, like,
already,
now that you understand it, this makes it
smoother.
feel better.
Okay, do the same with the position.
Like, once you understand how things work, it's fine. But, like, learning it is like, I'm in hell. Welcome to hell. It's hell once and then never again.
I'm now going to add a position point.
Like, having text fly across the screen was such a tedious process, but it was so worth doing. And now that I know how it works, it's like, oh, I can do that in, like, 2-3 minutes of effort to just double, triple check that the speed is what I want.
Yes. This is nice. Good.
Good.
Why this?
Why? Oh, I've screamed this. I have shouted
impossible
that.
To make a smooth animation if they're not interlinked. It's absolutely outrageous.
I've been here. I have had to get up after seeing something
now
like
they're
this.
Interlinked. If I click that,
because like,
makes
okay, hear me out.
Absolutely no sense.
Hear me out
whatsoever. But there we go.
When you are in the editing mines, and you're like 30 minutes into a project, and it's about finished, it looks about right, and then you realize something isn't interlinked, or something is just out of sync, or it just isn't at the right moment. It's like a 2-second fix, but you have to stand the fuck up and walk out of the room for a second so that you can just not be at the computer. Because when you edit and you feel stupid while you edit worse. Because it's like, oh, I'm a big dumb idiot. I can't do anything. Like, that's where my brain goes. And I'm like, no, I have to get up. I have to, like, grab a bottle of water, chug that shit down, use the bathroom, have a smoke. Like, anything to just be away from the editing area so that I'm not even looking at my program. Because, like, you could just say, oh, well, like, do something relaxing, like play a video game or, like, do some art. If I am at my computer and I keep my editing program open, and the obvious fix here is just close the editing program. But the editing program I use takes so long to actually boot because it's loading a bunch of shit that's saved not locally that I have. Or it has to access my side hard drive, like my external, which has all of my actual work files on it so that they're not taking up space on my boot drive or my gaming drive. Closing it is going to frustrate me more when I come back. So I can't be at the laptop, or I can't be at the computer. I have to get up and, like, not look at it for a second so that when I come back, I'm like, you know how to fix this. You're not stupid. It will take under 30 seconds to fix. But the fact that you made that mistake is just, you know, mildly frustrating. And it can just fuck up your workflow mentally. Which is why I say, when you're editing, especially when you are, as I call them, in the mines, leave the room sometimes, especially when you're not on time crunch. Just don't look at it. Keep it out of your mind, and when you come back, you'll be refreshed. This is anti-stress techniques with Bedlam. Do a little star wipe here of a little pring to a logo that I don't have. Let's keep going.
So I have the exposure tool here. I drag it a little bit and now the exposure is correct. So the color is still off, and that has to do with the color of the lens.
Okay.
Now we're going to add masks.
Because, yeah, it's especially since there's going to be a lot of work from here.
I'm going to add a bigger mask to this because there's a gradient in the light. And gone is the border.
You want to know what kills it sometimes,
of course,
though?
The first render wasn't the correct render.
Is that
I forgot to fade out the images, which is also something I do.
Oh, I know that pain.
We add an opacity keyframe, and then we add another opacity keyframe, and now set it at 0. And again, I'll be doing the same for the other images. Okay, now I've faded out.
Yeah, but it's a lot of
all
micro
the
things that you
images.
assume no one's ever going to notice, but you're going to notice it, so it's going to piss you off. When you look back at your
The
old
render
work,
is
you're going to be,
finished.
like, frustrated at yourself.
And now I just drag it.
And that's why you
into
just
my editing
do it right in your
software of choice,
in your brain, in your
DaVinci
headspace. I love how it just goes, etc. Yup. Because sometimes
And
you
it's
just gotta
also
keep her
migrating
moving
software
in the
of
editing.
choice.
Yeah, this is the software
it's
I
like
use.
6 million times better than Adobe, whatever Adobe has ever come up with.
I hate Premiere.
I'm
I hate Creative Suite so much now.
Grading here.
Okay. It does look nice.
For some reason, it starts looking very purple here. So I guess I'll be adding some grading keyframes.
Holy shit, but that looks good.
Nude.
Yeah.
I'd like the start of the animation to be a bit more severe as well.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell he's in the mines proper.
Oh, the video has ended.
It was ended?
Thank you for watching, and I hope to see
I
you
love
in the
how
next
he's just a
video.
guy. He's just a dude, you know? I appreciate that about him. He's just making things he likes. Also, let's watch the bloopers.
Oh, the video.
Yep. This is why scripted content can be a headache.
Oh no.
Also, waiting for something so high effort to render, you might as well. You might as well do it overnight.
I have to laugh because the way I reacted, that it didn't go well. Right, whatever. Here we go again.
Oh, this is misery that I can share.
Come on. There's nothing funny here.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Oh my god, that's really solid. But yeah, let's actually just watch this last one, and then I'll go and use the bathroom right quick.
My father worked with you back in Black Mesa.
In Black
I'm
Mesa?
sure you don't remember me though.
Posey's an amazing creator. He is.
Few words, aren't you?
Tornadoes are...
Yeah, we'll watch this after a quick intermission. So just get up, get a snack, get a drink, do some stretches, fix your fucking posture. I can see you shrimp spining. Fix it. And your lips are dry. No. Don't bother to lick them up. Dry lip have an ass. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'll play some music while we wait. All right, I'm back. I don't think we were gone for very long, but I also got up and got a snack, which means I might be muting every once in a while because they are crunchy. And, like, let me just get a little demo to explain why. See? Yeah, no, if I eat more of these, I'm gonna mute.
Tornadoes are fascinating. They can be both beautiful and terrifying and tragic all at the same time. They are definitely, as Rusty from Twister says, the wonder of nature. It's the wonder of nature, baby! And what does he mean by that, the wonder of nature? Well, seeing a tornado is kind of like seeing a ghost. There's actually that stereotype that if the tornado sirens go off, people actually run to the porch with their camcorder or smartphone rather than go to the basement. Full disclaimer, you should go to the basement if the tornado sirens are going off. Don't film, go to the basement.
You should go to the basement.
To go on their porch and film a tornado. In fact, who was the first to take a photo? First painting? First mention? These are all things that we are going to discuss in today's video on the evolution of tornado footage. I even got this chart. You know me. I love my charts.
I also like my charts. Hang on. This might be exactly the sort of thing I like to watch.
Welcome to the channel. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe for more tornado content. That's all we do here.
All you talk about is tornadoes?
If you like tornadoes, if you're a tornado nerd like me, you should be
I'm not,
right,
but...
Let's get into the video. Phase 1.
You know what? Hit me. See if you can't hit me with that tornado knowledge.
Okay, before we get to photos and videos, what is the oldest mention? Well, before tornadoes were called tornadoes, they were called cyclones. And before they were called cyclones, they were called whirlwinds. Now, there's actually several mentions of whirlwinds in the Hebrew Bible.
All he talks about seems to be tornadoes, or at least that's his thing.
Tornado today. Perhaps the earliest depiction of a tornado comes from the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle, who in 350 BC, from a series of books called Meteorologica, or simply Meteorology, Aristotle describes tornadoes as the spiral which descends to the earth and drags with it the cloud which it cannot shake off. It moves things by its wind in the direction.
This is also a hell of a track to choose for a tornado video, but like I'm into it.
Motion and forcibly snatches up whatever it meets.
It sounds familiar, but I can't remember what game uses it.
Destroys everything in its path. Definitely a tornado. Moving ahead about 400 years, we
like
come across
it's a fantasy game, but I genuinely don't know offhand.
Who, by the way, is like the grandfather of encyclopedias.
Right.
He said in his book, Historia Naturalis, which translates to natural history, a cloud which draweth water to it, as if it were a long pipe. So clearly, he's talking about that basic tornado shape, keyword long pipe. Now, this wasn't just a tornado. It was specifically a water spout, which technically isn't a supercell level tornado,
water spouts are like terrifying to think of, though.
Now, let's move ahead about 1400 years to Christopher Columbus, who also saw a water spout during his second voyage in 1495. A lot of the early descriptions of whirlwinds were indeed water spouts, because water spouts are actually pretty common, and obviously water travel was a major part of traveling and all that stuff back in the day. So, you know, you saw a lot of water spouts. But what about on the ground, legit Oklahoma level tornado?
It did occur to me that, like,
supercell tornado. What was the first mention of that?
How I put it, like, how many tornadoes used to be on like old maps and shit? It didn't occur to me that those would have actually been water spouts
back in 1532. So that's probably a legit tornado. So we can talk about words.
Different tornado. How do you know?
All day long, but let's move on to the first.
How are you so certain? How are you so certain?
An argument can be made for a tapestry, which was part of a larger series.
You think tornadoes don't have memory?
The conquest of
They've learned to hate.
This originates way back to 1550. This tapestry features many different weather events, from rain and storms over the Iberian Peninsula.
Machiavelli the weirdo? Yeah.
A great candidate for the first depiction of a tornado. This little cone rope tornado on the left side of this mountain. Pretty sweet. That's a legit tornado right there. So we have definitive proof that by at least 1550, some people were featuring tornadoes in their artwork. Now, that tapestry was dedicated to weather.
Wait, what happened to his audio mixing?
Landscapes in general, and it's huge.
Did anyone else notice that?
Depiction of a tornado dedicated directly to that tornado. Well, about 40 years later, we come across a drawing of a tornado that hit the town of Augsburg, Germany. It's even dated as July 2nd, 1586. It was described as a threatening.
Didn't notice anything. The music got a little quieter
for an hour and a half, and towards the end of its
like really suddenly,
the tail began to sharpen, and then the cloud went back up into the atmosphere. So we have an entire description of the tornado event itself from 500 years ago. That's pretty freaking sweet. Now we're moving on to phase 2.
I mean, sweet
real images
is certainly a word for it.
But before we get to the first photo of a tornado, we gotta talk about some tornado damage photos, because we actually have photos of tornado damage before the actual first photograph of a tornado itself. So I don't know what the specific first tornado damage photo is, but here's a picture.
I mean, I'll be damned.
That's a tornado in 1870 in Iowa.
Fascinating. I'm not gonna lie.
Of photos, but you can
no, it isn't. But like, holy
Another
shit!
Another damage photo comes from 1878 in Connecticut, and we have many photos from the 1883.
I keep forgetting how old photography is at all.
Okay, so
frankly,
what's the first photo of a tornado? There's some debate. However, the first tornado photo is indeed the 1826-1884 Garnett, Kansas tornado photo. Now this photo appears to be of a moderately strength tornado, likely roping out, and it was taken by A.A. Adams. On the back, the description reads, April 25th around 5 p.m. Keep that in mind.
I'm just
April
sitting here
25th
fascinated.
However, if you look up oldest tornado photo on the internet, you're gonna get a photo of this tornado. This is
that is terrifying.
Howard, South Dakota.
That is like legitimately horrific.
First tornado photo. However, this tornado occurred on August 28th, 1884. So that's 4 months
I was gonna
after
say.
the Garnett, Kansas tornado photo. This is a great photo. Obviously, this is a stronger tornado.
It's more
However,
obviously
there's no doubt
a
in my
tornado.
mind that the
So
Garnett,
like, you know,
Kansas photo is definitely
like that
the
lines up.
first
That
tornado
shit's cool.
photo, assuming the dates are correct. Photos of tornadoes would slowly become more common in the late 19th century. A few examples of early tornado photos would be from July 13th, 1890 in Lake Gervais, Minnesota. Here's another photo of the first tornado photographed in North Dakota in 1895. Here's one in Oklahoma from the same year.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking devil. It looks like a demon. It looks like a ghoul.
This depiction of the 1893 Pomeroy, Iowa tornado might be the first example of a multi-vortex tornado, or perhaps a twin tornado. Now, many of us love to Photoshop tornadoes. I mean, I do it for my thumbnails. But a man going by Mr. Connor may have been the first. He would take this photo of a tornado and he would superimpose it on
Search generic Reddit comment about haha nature's metal, believe in fake shit like cryptids or something.
However, this
what?
tornado is occurring.
That shit's gonna take you to Oz. Yeah.
So he was probably our first tornado photoshopper. What's the first pretty high quality photo of a tornado? Well, the first high quality photo that I could
What
find
do you define as high quality?
1929 in Hartner, Kansas. Look, you can even see the bottom of the tornado tearing up the ground. Great photo for sure. Well, now it's time to move on to phase 3.
Okay, hang on.
Video.
Okay, the first video. This is where I'm actually like fascinated.
Like the Howard, South Dakota tornado. There's actually
even in fucking Kansas it is. What if that's what Oz based it off of?
Video, many people will point to the Corn, Oklahoma tornado in 1951. And here's the footage of that specific tornado. I actually mentioned this as the first tornado video in a previous video of mine. However, the first actual tornado to be filmed comes from the British Path, and it appears to be a thin rope tornado in Cuba in 1933. So about 20 years before the Corn, Oklahoma tornado. I will say that the Corn,
I like
Oklahoma
how wispy it
tornado
is.
Way better quality, and it's the first video of an anti-cyclonic tornado, which means it moves the opposite direction of like 99% of other
I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
Tornado featured in a film has to go to The Wizard of Oz. It is possible that there was an earlier movie that featured a tornado. However, I could not find one. So if you know
it's
of
one where the tornado is easily the most important, the earliest.
Is absolutely amazing. This
to be fair, there's a lot of tornadoes there, but the fact they mention it and when Kansas came up,
good that it was used in several other films. This includes the film High Barbary from 1947, which out the window uses the exact same footage from The Wizard of Oz. The first depiction of buildings being torn apart has to go to the 1953 Warner Robins, Georgia tornado.
I don't know why that tickles my brain to hear.
In the Warner Robins video, you can actually see
why that Wizard of Oz house looked like it came from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
This video was way ahead of its time for how close
probably the house it was based off of, honestly. The only real cryptid you know is the dude named Kane Pixels. I firmly believe the Not Deer is real.
Length tornado documentary, which features the entire lifespan of a tornado that hit Dallas, Texas on April 2nd, 1957. At least 10 people lost their lives in this specific tornado. Some of the video of the downtown being hit is very high quality. Moving ahead to the first tornado captured during a live broadcast. On April 3rd, 1964,
Bigfoot was real at some point. Yeah, maybe, actually.
Struck the city of Wichita Falls, Texas, a city which is kind of a tornado magnet. This tornado took the lives of 7 people.
Do we know why tornadoes are in places like that are like
TV6 reported on the tornado from the ground, and this was the first live
like when it comes to tornadoes, like
also has
why they happen in certain areas of the world.
At this time, a little reminiscent of a situation we had here, I believe, back in the summer of was it 1959?
It's currently lost media. That shit's got to be found. That's more important than a lot of shit.
Finally, we get to the first helicopter footage. I couldn't find the actual video, but the first helicopter footage of a tornado occurred on May 22nd, 1981 by the Ranger 9
Those terrible twisters
in Clinton, Oklahoma. If anyone knows where this footage is, please let me know because I really want to see it. And finally, we are now in Phase 4, the modern era.
Okay. 1980 now, got it. Supercell is common to be found around the middle of northern and southern and ocean southern hair. Okay, so like
more tornado footage, especially.
But why is that the case in those areas? I wonder.
This video, who really was the first person to?
Is it the flatter land or
go to the basement? Well, sources say that Ted Rubble from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Let's see what the interaction with warm fronts, cold fronts, and geography. Okay.
On May 13th, 1980, he stepped outside of the camcorder store and turned his camera.
I would be lying if I said I didn't want to know more. My need to know more is intensifying.
Home videos of tornadoes became way more common throughout the 80s and the 90s. I want to mention a few notable examples of classic home tornado videos. Perhaps the most famous is the 1991 Andover McConnell Air Force Base footage. This video is absolutely ridiculous.
Shit.
Seriously, the tornado goes right in front of them. It's just insane. Another classic home video.
More air currents generally exist in that area.
Video. This video features some very famous quotes.
Oh, there goes Bob's boat.
There's just something. Oh, there goes Bob's boat. As they move close to the equator. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Get away from the windows. Get away from the windows.
My favorite home video might be the 1998 Columbus, Nebraska tornado footage, which is just amazing. I love the quality. It looks scary beyond belief. A great piece of footage.
No, absolutely.
Susan, get my pants.
Older tornado videos just kind of have a weird eeriness to them that I really enjoy. By the way, links for all these
the way
videos
some of it moves with the grainier footage is just flatter land does contribute, but they can happen on uneven land. Noted.
Right here. This is where we see the birth of celebrity storm chasers, including Reed Timmer, Sean Casey, and Tim Samaras. While filming and learning about tornadoes was the main goal of the Discovery storm chasing teams, there was a huge effort towards intercepting a tornado, aka capturing footage from inside a tornado. There were a few methods, one being a satellite dome camera left behind in the path, the other method being riding out the storm inside a tornado intercept vehicle. Sean Casey made great effort in intercepting the storm with his TIV-2, and he was finally successful on May 27th, 2013, when the TIV-2 filmed the inside of a tornado.
I just keep getting fascinated. I keep getting fascinated. I keep getting genuinely floored at what I'm looking at.
June 17th, 2009. There's also a few other early examples. Many have become well known from capturing tornadoes and uploading them to YouTube.
We get tornadoes here occasionally, even.
Picos Hank.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've all heard of him. He's like the GOAT.
You looked up meteorologists still don't actually know exactly how they form. Okay.
Skip Talbot is one that should be mentioned, as well as Ryan
We
Hall,
just have a good idea.
Tornado forecasting rather than tornado chasing. Tornado videos are becoming more and more common since people have smartphones and they carry a camera with them everywhere they go. So we're getting a lot more tornado videos from places like
That's
Europe
that shit in the
and
Dragonary.
We've also entered the era of drones. Reed Timmer has captured a lot of
the fuck do you mean drones?
As well as this YouTuber known as More Pie. Still hoping for that tornado drone intercept footage, so keep an eye out for that. Well, there you have it. That's the evolution of the documentation of tornadoes.
Fascinating. That's genuinely like, holy shit. Yeah, goddamn, okay. Fair enough. The reason why is always so terrible. It's always so terrible around Tornado Valley, around Kansas, Nebraska, Northern Texas, Oklahoma, is because they exist on the Great Plains. Speeds up superstorm cells, which results in monster air current. Yeah. Oh.
More nutritious lunch that's higher in protein.
Oh yeah, we got YouTube poop now.
What'd we get? I know, chicken salad.
Chicken salad.
Let's try this, Annette. Ham on rye.
Or meatloaf. More protein.
Let's try this, Annette. Ham on rye.
Or
ham on ram on high. Meatloaf.
Ounce, both Skippy Creamy and Super Junk have more protein.
Let's try this, Annette.
Oh, I love YouTube poops. Or meatloaf. Sauce.
Both Skippy Creamy and Super Junk have more butt chunks and no family
More
reunions.
butt chunks. No family reunions. Perfect.
No.
No. God damn it. God damn it. Having hard dicks. Planters nuts. It's the fucking worst. CS188, same. Let's make your brains slowly fall out of your nostrils. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking, it's YouTube poop. Yeah, see? Everybody loves to nut.
She thinks I can't cook.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Wait till she tastes this.
I'm getting hungry.
Be patient. Wait till she tastes this.
Can I help?
No, everything is under control.
It's under control, honey.
Oh, Peter Pan.
Something smells very good in there.
Be patient. I can't cook.
Oh, I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
780 of the finest freshly roasted shits in every jar. And
Something smells in there.
no.
No.
Peter Pan, peanut bar alert. Eat some peanuts. Josh, she thinks I can't.
Josh.
Wait till she tastes this.
Can I help?
No, everything is under control. Oh, smell it.
Can I help?
No.
Smell it.
Oh.
You adult, you're adult. No, I don't.
I'm getting hungry.
Wait
Till she tastes this. I don't know why your humor's got more mature last switch. I don't know. I'm almost expecting this to hard cut to Goatsy at this point. Look out! Whoa! Oh, I kind of wish it ended there. I kind of wish that was what it ended off on. Dead animation budget, though. It looks pretty alright for the time. God damn it! God fucking damn it! Oh, that's really good.
Great!
I'll grab my activity peanuts. I dip an apple into peanut butter. Yeah, did he dip an apple in peanut butter? Yeah, they're good. He pissed on my fucking wife. The chicken.
Hey guys, in this game you play
Oh,
as the
fuck
president.
yeah. Oh, I love Metal Wolf Chaos. Let's party! Come to the White House.
So in this game,
Yeah.
the vice president
Oh, I fucking love Metal Wolf Chaos.
So in order to save America, I need to
Y'all
wipe out
need to play it.
the
It's
entire
Armored
States
Core,
military.
but patriotic.
Jody, how's my schedule look for today?
You're the president and you're in a mech. It is one of the best games I've ever played, and it plays like Armored Core.
I'm heading out to save America. The gentleman in me goes off the clock at
At 5 p.m.
Yep, I'm the same exact way. I know what he's...
now
Now I'm gonna
What?
take America back. Yeah. Plays like Unusual Armored Core. Yeah. And it's amazing.
Hey, those cable cars are a symbol of this great American city of San Diego.
Oh my god.
Let me switch to the There we
Yeah, that's how you do it. Every line in this game goes hard. Yeah, the America inside my heart is still alive. Yeah.
Play it for me.
Yes, boss.
The sound quality is terrible. If you fail to comply, the
Alcatraz cannon will zap you back to the West Coast. Now, a smash it faster than a Florida recount. Yeah. This game's fucking amazing.
What?
Look at the barbecue.
What is he saying?
Stick up the barbecue.
Still got the barbecue? What are you saying? What? What are you saying? What is that noise?
Oh, what a fucking amazing video game.
Say you smash them faster than a Florida recount?
Shut up, lady. I'm trying to figure out what he's saying.
Going up against jokers like this is so tiring. I'll have to ask you to
leave the stage before you get hurt.
1 second, you guys.
Yeah. No one can stop this voice acting. This is so much voice acting. This is the most voice acting.
I saved it. Whoa, where's the floor? The floor.
Yeah, it did.
Wait, okay, the truck is going. Okay.
Yeah. I fucking. You did excellent work, Michael. Have a reward to show my appreciation.
Oh, a reward. All right.
Cancel my 5 p.m. I gotta save America. Yeah. 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Or not, Michael. Why does Richard look like William Defoe? Oh my god, he fucking does. He fucking does. I need to close my door again.
All covered in dust at the back of the rack.
Hang on.
And the expiration date was still good.
I know the feeling, Jody. Mental wealth.
I don't know what you're up to.
But I
Can tell you this. You're
what?
Young Public Enemy number 1. Yeah. Because I'm the president of the United States of America. Yeah. This is like a game where you play Senator Armstrong in the mech at the end. Like,
they shouldn't call it the White House. They should call it the Fight House.
Turn it off.
I forgot about that. Reminder that this actually got a re-release through Devolver Digital. Japan either thinks America's the devil or they think they're this. Be the America the Japanese see in this game.
Richard! Hey there, Michael. Richard!
I love this game so much. I thought it would look better on me.
Come at me
with all your body and soul. I'll hug you to death. Yeah. I love this video game. The fuselage pissed me off.
No. Now I'm. Freaking hell yeah.
I have seen the donkey. You piss me off. Yeah!
Fuck you, Richard. Uh-oh. He's turning on his
This game makes me shake my fists. Like I am a child.
Here we go. All right.
What a fucking video game.
Why are you still screaming?
Because it's sick as fuck. That thing is pointless. And the reason is because I am the president of the great United States of America. Yeah. This is the coolest game ever made. You can make a game cooler that'll personally finger your G-spot? Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna finish this fucking carrot.
A person could realistically go the entire game and not realize this. Important NPCs such as Alex and Barney can die. It's just
They
that
can.
you don't normally
It's
see
really
it
hard though. Can't believe it was FromSoft who made that. I can.
They have high health and regenerate it very quickly. There are a few places where they're more likely to die, and this is usually
it's a lot of the
because
ambush
NPCs
spots.
are making terrible tactical decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Father Grigori
Some of the
has
spots
some
are
hidden
weird.
voice lines which you'll never hear unless you do some very specific things. First, you have to go into this area which doesn't have anything interesting in it. Then go up to the top.
I can't tell if the game. Okay, the game's being
Grigori.
sped up. I couldn't tell if the game's being sped up or if he was doing movement tech. Michael Wilson is who I'm voting for. Yeah.
For the dead know no sleep in their graves, nor dost thou remember them until they are destroyed.
I wonder why I've never heard that again. I didn't know that that was a thing. I didn't know I had to like put the controller down because like I remember hearing the first one when I put my controller down to grab a drink
Soldiers in the outside
and like
area,
chug
they'll
it.
eventually come inside and kind of ruin this cutscene.
Who's hurt?
Winston's been hit.
Patch him up and get him to the back as soon as he's stable.
I didn't know you could do this either. This is actually impressive.
It's incredible you made it. We've been getting communication from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again. Follow me.
This is as far inside as they can go due to an invisible barrier.
Yeah, they gotta.
This will cause Leon to become confused later on. Normally, if you don't approach the screen with Alex, Leon will turn around and say, "Over here."
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
But if he's become confused, he does this.
Yep. He'll come to you. He'll come to you. Like he just walks right up to you.
Hold on a sec. Norco, bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now.
Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
I actually really
When
like the
playing
buggy
fetch
in
with
the
Dawn, the game decides that you failed to catch a box if it breaks.
Yep.
It decides that you've passed if you catch a box. But if a
There we
box
go.
touches the ground without breaking, the game isn't sure what's going on.
Wait, what? I didn't know that
It
at
will
all.
eventually assume that
This
you
is
did
some M
not catch
shit.
it.
Oblivion NPC ass shit. I love it. It works. Hit it. Yeah.
The padlocks in Half-Life 2 are surprisingly fragile.
Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I've got to try that shit. Wait, what? I can shoulder check a door
in
open?
Ravenholm, when you open this door, you can see Grigori trying to shoot a zombie, but missing.
Huh.
Notice the extra sparks.
Yeah, I
This is the
never
exact same
noticed.
spark effect that was often used on
So
electrical
you could shoulder
devices.
check a door in Half-Life 2. I would have never tried.
If you listen closely, you can also
This is
hear
ImSim
the sound
shit.
of electricity. If you try
Huh.
to chase this helicopter, you will be in for a surprise.
Okay. I love when they put like the boat in front of you and the mud skipper just goes right through. Wait, what? Wait, what?
It's possible to have two Grigoris at once. Avoid these areas to keep the first Grigori from going anywhere.
Okay.
Then you have to go up to the high rooftop where
alright,
Grigori
alright.
gets spawned again.
Yeah, that'll work. That makes sense. Advanced Combine Tech, don't worry about it. It's lore accurate, I believe you. I mean, I believe that it's lore accurate because of the HEV suit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is that shit that Mitchell do.
At last, I will send the cart for you, brother. It will be but a moment. Patience, brother. Guard yourself well.
God, I love Ravenholm. It's so gimmicky, though. I love it so much.
No, brother, step into the cart. Ah, there you are. At last.
Twice the Grigori. Yeah.
Brother. It will be but a moment.
Wait, what?
Patience, brother.
Wait, what?
Guard yourself well. The handbrake.
Is he gonna do it again?
Ah, there you are. At last.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, at least you can still progress though.
If you move through this part of Ravenholm,
God damn it, God damn it.
Grigori might say his lines in the wrong place.
He did it! He did it! I love Grigori, he's so cool. Huh.
Better and better.
On this level, it's possible to see where the gunship is before it's told to move anywhere.
Wait, what? Oh my god, that is a gunship. It's always in the scene. I thought they just randomly spawned it in. There's something about gunship pain sound that is just uncomfortable.
When you break this hilariously contrived structure of wood, the train car above it will fall down a little. But if you stand right here, you can hold it up all by yourself.
Wait, what? Oh, this is that QA shit that makes my heart flutter, you know? Does it make the noise when it gets all the way down, though? The gunship is a living creature? It is, but like... you know?
There are a few pieces
Belt
of glass
plates never
in the
fix?
game
Oh
which
no,
you
don't.
can't break but can still shoot through.
Yeah, use that shit to your advantage. I think they can shoot through it too. Pretty sure. Yeah. Because it's glass that's not meant to stop punch through, it's glass that's meant to stop, like, shattering, you know? God, the AR2 is just such a sexy little thing, ain't it?
On this map, it's possible to encounter floating pieces of wood.
Wait, what? Wait, what? This sounds like that fucking Nicki Minaj track that's just... The AR2's... It's just cool, it's just neat.
Possibly in the past, you've been surprised by a head crab in this hallway.
Maybe? Huh.
That's because this head crab is straight up cheating.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What? Oh, it's literally there to fuck with you.
Walls which block the player also block pickups.
Huh. I mean, it's a good thing you can still get it, because the game's pretty, like, consistent about, like, Gordon having a wider pickup box.
If you've ever felt bad about leaving this guy behind, don't.
Don't?
Zombies will actually completely ignore
He'll be fine.
this guy. Even if I use a cheat to make zombies ignore me, they'll never turn their attention to him. The views shown in menu backgrounds are their own maps. These have been stripped down from the originals to only suit a specific camera angle.
Oh, that's Discord, not... That is so cool, though. Like, genuinely. And I also just love seeing the Skybox version of the Combine Citadel. It's so fucking neat. And, like, when I was playing through the beta leaks, like, just being able to see the older variant of it is in the, like, Skybox, it was just fascinating with how big it actually was. Exploring those is weird, though, because it's one of those where it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, there's always the sense that something is wrong. It's because it's not a video game yet. It's a build-a-fun. This is so fucking neat. Because, like, I just always assumed that was the case because it didn't strike me as FMV, because Valve likes to do a lot of stuff like this, like, completely in engine. But, like, God, it's so detailed, and you'd never notice. Also, a lot of these are just rendered so beautifully despite being like, literally paper thin. I wish we get shit like this for the BioShock Infinite beta content. I do too. To be fair, this is release. This is retail. I was just saying, when I played the Half-Life 2 beta shit, I did a lot of exploring, saw the thing as it used to be, and was like, it was so weird. I kind of want to find, like, see if we can't find older builds of BioShock Infinite. To, like, see what the earliest quote-unquote real build would have been. Hmm. 2 seconds. Like, cause like I guess I knew this. It's just goddamn, you know? It's impressive. Valve is just flexing for fun. And, like, the fact that there's, like, sounds that play when you get up close to it. Like, fucking, whoa, right? Bad voice acting, robot alchemic drive. Oh, hell yeah.
Huh? Do you think so? I think I'm okay.
Are you eating properly?
I'm not eating at all.
Yep.
Honestly?
I really am eating. This morning I had some soup.
I would love some soup. This is very Who's in the
soup?
Office today.
What's in it?
Like, genuine.
Bread?
Bread soup's good.
Bread? That's
Bread
what's in the
soup's
soup?
good.
I dice
just gotta,
bread, fry it in oil, then boil it in water.
It's not, like,
it's a proper meal.
Delicious.
It's called
just
bread and water soup.
It's just not very nutritious,
So
but it'll
bread and water
it'll
after
keep
all.
you alive. That is
And
a
I
poverty
flavor it with
meal.
Salt. I'll treat you sometime.
that is the face of real concern. I've heard conversations like this. I've been the person that's like, yeah, bread and water soup.
Now, you are overdoing it.
You are overdoing it. This looks like bootleg
Just
P4.
Get some rest.
It really does.
I'll go buy something a bit more nutritious.
Iron deficiency gang, rise up, but not too fast.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that's
it's
blessed.
Thursday, April 26th.
Oh yeah, this is virus footage.
12:30 a.m.
CIH.exe.
14 years ago, the CIH virus first displayed its devastating payload, in which it rendered many computers unbootable due to it overriding the BIOS, the basic input-output system. Now, hopefully,
Deno CT1, let's go. Yeah, he just came in time to witness Robot Alchemic Drive. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Like it has many thousands of other PCs.
Now, I do like to watch virus, virus example videos.
Viruses,
it's an incredible whole-cast building collapse. Yeah,
for gaps in the
with that.
This is handy, as it helps the virus avoid detection, as it does not increase the file size of programs that it infects. Now we will go ahead and run it. The system date is currently set to
fucking love that game.
So we don't get the payload immediately.
I'm not saying we'll do a bounty, but like if there's enough demand for garbage.
Can it be some other file that it had already infected, but now CIH is present and will infect any executables you run on the computer. So we'll just run a few of these. And CIH will infect them. And every time you run these files, CIH will launch as well, instead of the program you're running. Alright. I think
it's incredibly unique. It looks like bootleg P4, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's not, but like the graphics remind me of P4.
Now, normally I have to re-record videos a bunch of times, but with CIH and its devastating payload, you only get one shot at this. So let's hope it works. Here we go.
Let's hope it works.
And the computer should blue screen. Yes.
Yeah.
In VXD, this was called from blah blah blah.
Okay. Okay.
Continue normally. Let's try it.
What do we got? What do we got?
We have a taskbar and no desktop. You can press
I've been
buttons
here, but like it wasn't a virus, it was my PC dying.
So what it's done,
you pilot it. Imagine a mech game, but the camera's from the perspective of someone on the ground. You pilot remotely. Okay, that does go hard actually. Can't watch any of this. They fuck with your anxiety, so you'll tune out, tune back in once it's passed. That's fair.
Through normal means, you can still use tools to recover your data. So let's try rebooting.
Reminder that this program is very unlikely to work at all nowadays, so this isn't real anymore on modern machine, or this won't happen to your modern machine.
And this computer should not boot anymore.
Okay. Okay.
We are not even getting any output.
Oh, I looked at a weird angle. Give me 2 seconds. It only affects 9x, and T is where it doesn't work. Yeah, okay, so this is so damn old that it's like, there's no chance.
And turning it back on?
That something this bad would not happen.
Let's see what happens. We are not getting anything. The hard drive light is on.
Okay.
And no output is being sent to the screen. I think CIH has done what it's supposed to do.
This is fucked up.
Let's see here. I have a MS-DOS boot disk. We'll see.
Sorry, I'm like getting comfortable and my tracking's getting fucked up. That computer's completely toasted. She's cooked.
This computer is toast.
She's cooked.
Alright, we have the MS-DOS disk in the drive. And nothing. I have never seen this payload.
That's
on a real
horrific.
machine before. It's quite
That's
amazing
genuinely
to see it actually
scary.
do what it's intended to do, which is completely destroy a computer. I mean, back in the 90s, you didn't have reflashable BIOSes. You'd basically have to send your motherboard back to the manufacturer.
Right.
Now, they could probably reflash it, but that would cost you an arm and a leg, and you'd probably just end up getting a new motherboard. So CIH wasn't very widespread. Since it was just a file infector, it didn't have any email spreading routines or anything like that. But as you can see, this computer
fucking
is
scary though.
trashed and will not boot at all.
That's a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah, that's really about it for the CIH virus. Thanks for watching. And it's good to have a nice definitive video of it doing its devastating payload.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
I defeated
That's-
you once. And
Yeah! Imagine if it sent itself through your email contacts. Yeah.
I let you in before, in order to learn your plan, to trap you. But now
Now-
the victory belongs
Yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power?
No mere weapon can stop me.
With but a gesture, I can destroy it, or turn it against you. Behold, I'll make it leap from your hands.
Yeah?
And make you its target. Now!
Not this time, Magneto. This time I'm fighting for real.
It's
impossible.
It cannot be. Nothing can defy my magnetic power.
The Fantastic Four can. You're
Your
finished,
friends should
Magneto.
know.
Surrender. You have no
You
other
have
choice.
Why? Why will the gun not obey me? My power is gone. I'm helpless. Magnetism. It was my greatest weapon. And without it, I am lost.
It's over, Magneto. You haven't a chance.
I
love comic books. I do too. I do too.
Without my power, I cannot fight.
And the battle is ended.
Welcome back, Pitches.
The signal. Orders from the Fantastic Four. Close in. Take Magneto prisoner.
Yeah, they're not fucked at
You
all.
won't be lonely much longer.
Okay, Richards.
Oh my
We'll
god.
take care of him now.
I
Just
love the
tell me,
gentle slide in that Reed had.
how did you take away my power?
I didn't.
Magneto. I merely tricked you.
You lie. I couldn't control your gun. You made me lose my magnetism.
You're wrong.
Wrong.
I just
It's
guessed that you'd
a
overlook one simple thing. Your magnetic power only works on metal, like all magnets. But my gun
Like
isn't
all
real.
magnets.
I made it out of wood, specially to fool you.
It's so
That's
beautiful.
where your power didn't work.
It's so
That's why you're
beautiful.
a prisoner of the police now. Take him away, man.
A wooden gun. It
It
tricked
certainly
me
with a wooden gun. Don't make him think about why he uses powers on the cops' guns or their cars. He's ashamed. Also, more back rooms. I think. I'm pretty sure this is back rooms. Yeah, this is back rooms. No denying it now. I feel like we're doing like one a stream. Wait. We did watch this one already? Alright, then I'll skip it. You know what we should do about that? Hey, look at me, look. I am walking here. Oh, Fagilbati. Fagilbati.
Ueu.
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 Who am I?
Who am I? Ueu. Alright, sorry about the fucking chain yanking. Next would have been Pitfalls, but I can now only guess it's not in that in the playlist. Should have asked you about that. Yeah. We're catching up.
A great lineage of warriors began to abandon
Is there anything
the
after
old
this?
Norse
Yes.
settlements on the scattered isles of western Scotland. Clans journeyed south on the Grey
Sorry
Seas
about that.
until they met
Sorry
dark
about that.
cliffs, which strained upward and yielded to green country.
I remember liking this channel.
Roaming sheep in holy houses marked a path to the
I
castles.
did want SQB didn't seem pushy, but didn't want to seem pushy about it. No, that's fine. We'll just keep going until we bump into the next episode that we haven't done. I think you have a log of some sort.
Each man had been selected for strength and
It's worse,
stature,
it's our mistake,
and
really.
possessed
There's
neither
also just a
fear
big
of death
backlog.
nor mercy for his
It will
enemies.
happen. Probably sometime
These
next
hills
week.
of medieval Ireland were ruled then by indigenous Gaelic clans and Anglo-Irish lords who raided and killed one another for land and goods and pride. They took to hiring 80-man groups or battles of these traveling
80 men
gallaglads
is a
for their own
fucking
violent
lot
ends,
of men.
often for 3-month
Holy
terms
shit.
or permanent
What would you do
contracts.
with 80 men?
In 1316, the
Don't
daughter of
answer
one
that.
chief hired a band of them to assassinate her own rival cousin. They carried out the contract, collected the blood money, and went on their way. Leading raids on rival clans,
Or you could take
they
'em
torched farmhouses
in a fight,
and formed
right?
a rear guard to cover the lord and his vassals as they fled with stolen
In
cattle
a
and
fight,
goods.
right?
Irish warfare had centered around these sorts of skirmishes, fleeting charges of light infantry or kerns and cavalry, but the armored giants from Scotland now changed this.
I really like this channel's presentation of historical
Full-scale
shit.
wars and invasions were waged with their mighty Viking-inspired axes, and for the right price, the Gallowglass afforded Ireland a violent check on the rising power of England.
You're gonna go to bed, catch
Having
whatever
first
sleep you
arrived in
can.
1169,
Should I DM you
the
spoil
English
links of
had
what should come
conquered
next?
large
No, I'll
stretches
just...
of the country at
Because
the
I think that
behest
was the
of
last thing
king.
we watched.
Although the Irish forced them back to Dublin
And to be
and
fair,
the
it's been so
surrounding
damn
region
long.
called the Pale, the English forever sought to supplant the indigenous
I don't
centers
hear
of
the
power
Pale
in
and
Ireland,
feel
and they attempted
anything
to
good.
outlaw Irish
I
language
feel
and
primal
intermarriage
fear
with
that the
native
Pale is
Irish.
real.
Centuries of English presence in Ireland bore witness to constant horrific warfare.
Is it animation?
In
Something else give you
1423,
McCarthy
the
vibes
Northern
occasionally?
O'Donnell
Just remove
and
the
O'Neill
punctuation.
clans
Fuck,
rallied
you're
the
right.
Irish of Ulster in a southward march against the English.
It's probably why I like it so much.
Of a clan called the McSweeneys, led by
Skyrim
Mulberry
didn't
McSweeney.
make that shit up? Wait, didn't make what up?
The war camp hummed eagerly on the eve of battle. The Gallowglass were known to revel with cards and drink.
Love this
and around
track.
the fire, they would shout bellicose
It's
promises
just
to slaughter
the Pale.
enemy.
No, I'm thinking Disco Elysium.
Rising at dawn, the clans in Gallowglass made their way into County
I'll ask you next week, but for now,
whereupon
you sleep.
English troops
Good
met
night and
them
have good
across
stream.
a
Yeah,
field.
have good sleep.
Standing in their shining
God night,
ranks,
praise
yeomen,
God.
knights and halberdiers, all gathered under a gallant commander, one English knight whose esteemed name has been lost to time. Irish kerns made the first barefoot charge, volleying their spears before
Right,
falling
love
back.
Disco
The
Elysium.
wail of bagpipes then signaled
Yeah,
the onslaught of McSweeney's.
No, the Pale and Disco is
Flash of
fucking
iron, the
horrifying.
hulking Gallowglass cleaved open the chests and skulls of
God
their enemies.
damn.
The English line shattered, and on the red battlefield, where lay 100 fallen English, Mulberry McSweeney met the English commander, and raising his great axe, he slew the knight and declared
Yeah!
victory. The spoils
Holy
were great,
fuck.
and the Irish
Holy
negotiated
fuck.
peace in exchange for tribute. The Gallowglass, as it happened, had begun to supplement their ranks with strong native-born Irishmen, and even minor victories over English forces represented the defeat of
The
a crown
Irish
that
were
laid
fucking
claim to Scottish and
horrifying
Irish
at this
homelands
time
alike.
with what they could do. I'll be real.
But a Gallowglass was nevertheless a mercenary. Some bolstered
Like,
the English colonial ranks and served
You think
as
the
trusted
IRA are
guard for
scary? Who
English
boy?
nobles in
Who
Dublin.
boy?
It was
The
known
Irish
that
have a
Gallowglass
historical
would cut
track
down
record
his
of
own
being
Gallowglass
terrifying
relatives if a mission so required.
in dirty
He
work.
often
Like,
needlessly killed
and
civilians
I
in his
respect it.
pillaging. Like knights bereft of chivalry, scorned as heartless killers, the Gallowglass, it was written, serveth for their wages, and not for love nor affection. But serve valiantly they did. In the 16th century, as Henry VIII claimed all of Ireland, thousands of Gallowglass found themselves in the
oh, that
employ
is
of
beautiful.
earls
The
who
way they
rebelled
had
against
Henry
the
VIII's face
full-scale
look like it
English
was a
conquest of Ireland.
chipped old painting,
Chased
and
into
then
the
it
bogs in
showed to
1582,
being like a map.
80 Gallowglass stood their ground
That's
to permit the escape of their wounded lord, Gerald
Continue the reason why the
Fitzgerald,
English version
the
of the
rebel
Irish
Earl
are
of
chads.
Desmond.
Yeah.
Many of them gave their lives, perishing in those dark waters as the Earl fled to safety. Queen Elizabeth at any rate put a bounty on Fitzgerald, and the O'Moriarty clan sent her the Earl's head the following year. The English would, in subsequent years, impose martial law, outlaw the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
and petition Irish land for southern Scot and English settlers.
You
As
can't stop
clans
the
and
Irish
earls
or
fell with their
Catholics. What are you
Gallowglass,
doing?
Queen Elizabeth abandoned the custom of hiring unruly Irish Gallowglass for her own cause. In the elite class of mercenaries,
Moriarty,
sank
that's a
into
hell of a
legend.
name.
The
That's an
Gallowglass were
Irishman.
resigned to weathered graves.
What
and
a fucking name,
Shakespearean
yeah.
sonnets. They had dominated Ireland for 3 centuries, and it was remembered that they were men of great and mighty bodies, cruel without compassion, and that the greatest force of battle consisteth in them, choosing rather to die than to yield. The Viking ancestors of the Gallowglass had once come to ravage Ireland and clashed with its ancient clans.
I don't think I've actually ever heard of the Gallowglass before this.
The Irish Warriors of the Emerald Isle from Magellan TV dropped me right into that conflict. It's amazing to get the on-the-ground sense of the complex warfare waged by indigenous Irish.
I would love to watch that in my own time, because holy shit.
In old castles and idyllic landscapes. You also get a really necessary idea of the ancient political organization of Ireland.
Yeah.
In fact, click that link in the description and you'll get an exclusive free
This is actually a
month of
sponsorship
membership
that
to
I'm like,
Magellan
wait a minute,
TV.
I might have to
You'll
think
have
about that.
access to the Irish Warriors of the Emerald Isle, as well as Magellan's huge catalog of 3,000 history documentaries.
Like, I love history documentaries. They're fucking awesome.
Every single week. So click that link and you can start streaming these through your TV, mobile device, laptop, or other
I've always wondered how those
right
worked,
away.
where it's like watch on your TV. Like, genuine question, how? Like, I don't understand how that works. In Liddy City, start the new Diddy. Oh, fuck yeah. Wreck the helicopter. It's gone. It's gone. Go Titty. Hell yeah. Lower the stretcher. Stretch the stretcher. Stretch the Jello City. Oh, this is beautiful.
The new collection from
There's
City.
That no.
Into the new rescue helicopter.
Sure, actually. Yeah, a man built a nuke. That's true. Oh, sorry. All right, and that is all we have for Embee Cabaret Theater. Now, that does not mean we are done tonight, because I'm going to be trying to do something where every Embee Cabaret Theater stream I want to also stream a game, so that people are like, you know, I can't wait for Lego Doctor Strangelove. Yeah, I feel. But yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take 5, but not literally 5. Just an excuse: get up, get drinks, use the bathroom, stretch, fucking straighten your back out. I have the game right here in Steam. I'll just press boot whenever it's ready to go. If you were in the VOD audience, this is where we leave. I will see you tomorrow with the first episode of Spec Ops: The Line. It might not be as long as a normal episode of gameplay footage, but I've been starting to feel weird about doing 2-hour streams. So I'm like, no, but I like doing them for 4 hours. But like sometimes a game I play doesn't have enough time. It's like, I've really just liked getting a little bit in there, you know? I should also probably take this sticky note off of my office area so that now I don't have to, last night I was too tired to like make the schedule graphic, so I just wrote it down on a sticky note and then said what I needed to make new thumbnails for. And now that those are gone, I don't have to worry about those, but I might actually keep that system up because it was effective. But yeah, we're going to take 5, and if this is the VOD audience, I will see you tomorrow. Or if you need to sleep in real time, I'll also see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night.